going then, and hope to God we don't break too much doing this. Oh, oops, gotta get that open. Up. That should be okay. Just do that. Save. That should be fine. Get the pre-roll going, please, and thank you. Just so we can get it out of the way. Please? Cool. That makes life easier. Let's see. Nothing seems to be dropped yet, so that's okay. Now let's make sure we save as much of our processing as we can. Good evening all. Catchy phrasing and OMG new game. Let's have some fun and play some Elden Ring like the 5,000 people that currently are. I just want to have fun with this one. In VTubers, Automatubers. Bonk. Now where are my thumbnails at? Here, here, and wheat. There we go. And get rid of that. Bounce right here. That one. That one. And let's just put my link on it. Let's be safe. Weird that that's... Oh, no, it's still right. Weird that it doesn't have the icon there, but... Oh well. Not much I can do about that. Just to be safe, I'll get rid of that. And then, computer aside, we should be pretty good to go. I guess I'll just give it a couple minutes so that we can get the pre-roll ads done and out of the way. And then we'll be good to go. And then, considering how many people are playing this today, can't really expect a huge audience by any stretch of the imagination. Also, bitrate just seems to be gone. Even though I'm apparently still good. It might just be because the ad is rolling, to be honest with you. But I guess we'll have to see then, won't we? Okay, good. Deadpool popped into Leah's stream. That's at least good. Really need creator mode right now, phone, but that's definitely appreciated. And then, aside from that, looks like it is running fine, so I don't know what the Twitch readout of bitrate's doing. Oh well, that's fine. Let me just get Leah's view back up, just so that way she can get another viewer in there. There we go. Alright, well, how don't we get started? Because I already kind of spent the time beforehand to make sure that this game worked, because I have zero idea if the game will work on my system, to set up our boy, Judimus. If I could go with the full Judimus Maximus, I may honestly have done that, but we kind of need to be a member of the Bonk Club for this. So, figured we may as well start out with a rich. May as well start with a random key that I have no idea what the hell it's for. And guess we may as well just get going. Because I have no fucking clue what we're doing with this one. I knew what we were doing with Dark Souls, but this is new, so let's see. I guess just to check audio as well. This audio balancing this game was weird, to be honest.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
Might still be a bit too loud.
The great Elden Ring was shattered.
Oh. Okay, apparently members of the Bonk Club were already here.
In
Good to
our
know.
home, across the fog, the lands between.
Okay. Can speed up your sentences, friend.
Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found.
Okay.
And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish.
We're really liking the wins. Because we had Gwen before, and Gwyneth and all of
Soon,
them.
Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring.
That's a touch concerning. Especially if this is supposed to be an
The
all-powerful
mad
artifact.
taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering.
Alright. So I'm sure this is gonna end well.
A war from which no lord arose.
Never good.
A war leading to abandonment by the greater
Hey there,
will.
Nano. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the day is going well for you so far. Oh god, yeah, that is
Rise
loud.
now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live.
Do-do-do.
The call of long-lost grace speaks
I'm gonna need to
us
turn this
all.
down. That's a shame. Do-do. And yeah, this does seem like it's gonna be a pretty good time overall so far, Nano.
Chieftain of the Badlands,
Jesus.
the ever-brilliant Gold Mask,
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it there. That should be okay.
the deathbed companion.
Yeah, this game so far, a lot of people are excited for it. So I'm at least happy about that.
And Sir Gideon Othniel, the all-knowing.
And considering this is just a new game, people aren't 100% certain what to do, not 100% certain on what's going to happen going forward, so people are just going to enjoy themselves. That's kind of the fun with new games. Oh, right. Wiggly, my son, I love you, friend, but I need to move you over a touch.
whom grace would again bless,
Actually,
a tarnished of no renown.
there we go. Wiggly can get a front row seat of everything, just because he's been having a good day. He deserves to enjoy his hot cocoa.
To the lands between.
Yeah, we're starting with Judamus. Well,
Stand
Judamus will be our
before
member of the Bonk
Elden
Church,
Ring
so we'll have to see what we can do with that going forward. If we get
and
some
become
faith stuff,
the
sure.
Elden Lord.
If we get some spells, sure. If we get a nice big bonk stick, sure. We'll kind of just have to see what happens going forward. But how are things for you now, Nano? Can you just kind of sit back and work on things? The ring, okay. Oh. Oh yeah, there's a jump in this game. Yeah, here we are. This also seems excessively dark. Can I change that from here? Sensitivity. Quality settings. I don't think I can change brightness from this. Should be okay, all the same. Yeah, still gotta catch up on the earlier class, the group project one. Oh, okay. That's certainly a little bit of an issue. And we got a little itty bitty fingy. Hey there, Solace. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the day's treated you so far. Or treated you so far alright. Treated you alright so far. But how goes things? You enjoying your Thursday night? Also weird to think it's only Thursday, to be honest with you. Kind of figured that I wouldn't be able to play this until tomorrow, but apparently that's not the case. First off, are you ready? Are ya ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. Yeah, seriously, it feels a very long week. Oh yeah, it definitely does. I'm really not sure why this week has been as long as it has been, especially with Monday being a holiday, which I really... Door is blocked shut. Okay. The text in this game's going to be small, and that's going to be really awkward at points, I feel. Okay, that does change that hand. That's good. Yoink. Yeah, I'm really not sure why this week is the long one. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but is there a holiday in America for this as well? Oh yeah, people are just kind of hopping off the edge, aren't they? They're being dumb. Jumping required. No. Huh. I'm not using an Xbox One controller, so that's definitely not the problems that I'm using. Oh, shite. Almost jumped off the cliff anyways. Forgot that that's a backdrop, the roll, and the run. They have things weirdly aligned. Ooh, nice. Overhead smack that we can charge up. Lovely. Yeah, camera controls are on the right stick. Oh god. Refocus to character forward-facing direction with the click. Yeah, it was a Monday holiday too that I couldn't take advantage of it. Fair, yeah. I know from my side we did functionally have a holiday, but we didn't... It's a weird holiday because they kind of just inserted one into Canada. And most people are still kind of weird about taking it, for lack of better phrasing. If only because of the fact that... Lol, were they envious? No, I don't think they were envious to not have the February holiday. I think it was more so, like... There was basically a holiday in every single month except for February. So they kind of just came up with one for February, and they just called it Family Day. It's supposed to be a day where you're supposed to spend, well, the day with your family. No one does that, obviously, because who has the ability to actually do that right now? But it's just kind of a weird holiday they just kind of inserted. It's like, yeah, there's a holiday here. The bank people are going to take it off, so sucks to suck. But it exists if you want it. So people can just kind of, you know, take it if they want. I kind of did. I like half took it just because there's something that I do on Mondays that's needed for Tuesday mornings. So I kind of just did it, and then I stopped working. Oh. Well, that's an immediate fight. Hello. Grafted Scion? Okay, nope. Ow. Okay. That's good. A yell. Okay. That's a lock on. Good to know. Okay. He's got a significantly larger range than we do right now. Also, that's a bit weird. I get getting hit twice, but I'm not sure about this entire section. I guess we'll come back to the grafted guy later, and we'll kind of just get used to it. Okay, now computer cun's making a bit of noise. And I am noticing the bitrate fluctuating a little bit. It should be fine, but I should also keep the volume mixer up just in case. Because this game, I feel, is just going to have a weird sweet spot that I'm going to need to hit for actually controlling the volume. Otherwise, you're not going to hear some things, or it's just going to get blazingly loud in others. And yeah, stream so far is looking okay. I did kind of bump graphics down to medium, since admittedly I can barely see it with the glasses off anyways.
Don't worry, Torrent.
And even on low, I'm sure this game will look gorgeous to pretty much anyone.
We found him here, after all.
Also, look at that butt crack. Clearly the best way to play this game is to start as a wretched, if only so you can get to see your booty right away.
One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
Oh, is that what you think, ma'am? Just because I'm down here in my underwear and a stick, you
Even
think
if
I'm
it
going
does
after the ring?
violate the Golden Order.
Hmm. I guess, yeah, with us being a slight bit of a streaker, then probably for the best. Aw, you missed a booty? Sorry, Nano. You might get another chance at it here. Got a lurk now? All good there, Nano. Best of luck with your homework. We'll be here for our usual 4-hour stint, and then we'll be doing this tomorrow as well. But have fun, best of luck. Try not to hurt yourself, and make sure you're drinking your water. So let's see where we are. We kind of just took 2 hits. Oh hey, we got our flasks now. Cool. And that gave us... Oh. Okay, so we've got a magical flask now as well. I'm fine with that. The cave of knowledge lies below. Okay. Seek monster. Fair. First off, I've failed. Yeah, we failed a little bit. It's fine. Oh. That's what they meant by something's below. Okay. Hello, random ghost. Brave tarnished, take the plunge. You really want me jumping down there? Of learning and remembrance. Sir, I'm in my underwear. Do you think I can make that? Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood. Okay. You just want me to drop into a pit because someone in my past was a fighter. I'm gonna say no for the moment and just look around. Because, like, what's around here? Let's see. Praise the tree. Okay, good to know we're starting off with praise the tree. Oh, Jesus, that's a stutter. That's the game trying to load things, I hope. Oh, Jesus. That's not a message, that is just a light. Oh. Goodbye, bones. Now let's see here. That looks like a bonfire? Technically? Or this game? Lost Grace discovered. Rest at the site of Grace. Okay, so yeah, this is functionally our bonfire. Ah, you can pass the time. Okay. The flasks? At a charge, increase amount replenished, allocate flask charges. Oh, so you can min-max to be a mage. Okay. You have a set of total flask uses. You can decide how many of them for HP or FP. I think that's FP. Okay. I'm cool with that. So you start off with 4 flasks, but you can allocate them between health and magic. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Use Sacred Tear to increase. So we need Sacred Tears to give us our pluses. And then we need Golden Seeds to have more flasks going. Okay. That's not too bad. And then you can just do your spells and you have automatic inventory? You can place items you're carrying in the chest for storage or take stored in. Okay, so you just have storage right away. That's actually pretty nice. And we've got a finger, our flasks, and the Memory of Grace, which I think is like the Dark Sign item from before. Where it's just, hey, you can go back if you're fine with just kind of losing all your stuff in a safer place. That's okay. Ooh, there's something up there. Also, hello, sir. I wonder, can we actively do anything with this? You want me to plunge into the pit just right away? Sure. Up. Let's see here. Using items. It's kind of hard to see them because the menu's not always up. I also can't seem to see the HUD, and that's just weird. Alright, Let's just see what's down here, because I'm assuming I didn't lose any health. Oh. Resting at sites of grace will restore... So, we get the tutorial for it here, but we visited one upstairs. Oh. Just touch it. It's fine. Touch the grace. Although I don't like this fade to black menu swapping, though. That's a bit weird. Not sure how to take that. Let's see, then. We're part of the bonk brigade. Ooh. Hello. Wonder if... oh, there is a way to sneak. Okay. Look at us go. Barbaric roar. Okay. Do. Can I... Nice. Good to know back attacks are still a thing. And we got to back attack with a big old bonk, so that works for us pretty well. Let's see here. Oh, hello. I'm assuming I can't parry right now. Also, I am noticing Barbaric Roar, but I don't know how to use it. Ah, like that apparently. Okay. Hello. Screw you. Apparently being a leader of the bonk brigade is actually not too bad as long as you can get the hits in. Guarding. I don't have a shield. Use an armament in your left or both to guard against incoming attacks. Oy, I don't have guard though. I've got a stick. Okay, these are gonna get annoying, so I really hope they stop soon. Bonk. Hello. I mean, clearly all of these guys are just meant to go to horny jail, so we've got the bonk stick ready to send them there. That's all we're doing. Raise the jump. Alright. Jumping's a mechanic in this game, as an FYI. Also, random guy casting. Oh, that's why they're casting. Hello. What's shooting me, actually? Apparently it's something over here. Am I blind? I mean, I am, but... Sir? Sir, where are you? I am very confused. And crafting mats. I am so confused. Where is this guy shooting from? Because we saw that one arrow pass by us. Where the hell did he go? Oh, is it this guy in here? No? No, you look different. Try close quarters battle and then two-handing. They haven't really given us a tutorial on how to two-hand anything. Y and right bumper. That is a weird command for that. Okay. I'm fine with that. Does that mean I can block? Oh. Ow. Okay, noted. I wonder how I break his guard then. Hello, sir. I've got a stick for you. Ah, I can break his guard by bonking him more. Okay, I'm fine with that. Still not getting lucky with any early dropped stuff. That's a bit weird, but the fact that we can sneak is always good. It'll just be hard actually realizing what direction people are facing. Change target. Okay. Yeah, but like he can see us. Yeah, that didn't work. Bonk. Goodbye, sir. Nope. Just bonk. Although I do like how everyone is in, like, Shakespearean garb for this. Also, here's that asshole who was shooting arrows at us before. Hello. Screw you, sir. Ooh, that wasn't actually enough to kill. That was. Go suck a dick, sir. That's what you get for camping with a crossbow. Let's see here. Anything fun? Liar ahead? Item? Hidden path ahead. No, that doesn't seem like a hidden path, sir. Your ranged attacks are never as good as theirs. No, they usually aren't, but I have a feeling in a game like this, they probably could get away with making them a little bit stronger. Also, can I do anything with this fire? Can I not? I can break it. Okay, good enough. Let's see. Could this be a necessary item? And could this be an item? This is a wall. And there's no items around here. Oh well. It is also a little weird that run's actually on B this time around. Ooh, there's another pathway down there. Ooh, hold up. We got a guy. Can I sneak up on the guy? Oh, yeah, the skills. We definitely figured out the skills already. Don't worry. He seems lost. May as well introduce him to the Road of the Bonks. Well done. Yay, we did it. Oh, now it gives us the sneak tutorial. Okay. Okie doke. Yeah, there's someone going for the sneak attack on him. Hello, sir. I hope you're not looking for anything important. Bonk. God, that's brutal, and I just love it. Behold, tears. Yeah. People are gonna have fun with the writing. Snake? A snake, you say? Can't imagine why there'd be a snake in the grass. Yeah. One-handed attack behind an enemy is a sneak attack. I can't imagine that being a mechanic in this game. Smack. Oh, that is satisfying. So far, nothing super obvious, but this is kind of tutorial land. Mountain butthole, of course. Precious item ahead. There probably is something in there, but you're not going to get in here very easily. Oh, wait. There's a guy. I think it's just him. Hello there. Stance breaking. Some attacks may break an enemy's stance, giving you a chance to perform a crit. Hold, heavy, and then you can do a jump attack. Right, I forgot you can do a jump attack. And... right, that would make sense as to why that would break stance. Bonk. Goodbye. Okay, I can see why that would get silly excessively quickly. Especially if you can actually time your charge hits correctly. Also. Okay. Yeah, you can go for, like, the shonen protagonist. Oh, that's not something to attack, apparently. Upon dying, you'll be revived to the last site of grace that you visited. However, if there's a stake of marca near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. Okay. So this isn't something to kill. This is basically just a respawn statue that isn't a pure save point. Which is probably why they're telling us about this, because let's see what our first boss actually is. The Soldier of Godrock. It's just a guy. Guard counters. Sir, I have a stick. You can perform a counterattack immediately after blocking an enemy attack. Guard counters make it easy to break... Huh. So, the parry system that I can't use? Oh, I can use this with the club. Okay. I can also just do that. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, blocking with the club is a bad idea. Probably better to just do that. Hi, sir. Nope. Sir, I just want to introduce you to the Bonk Church. I'm sure you'd be happy to have you as a member. Oh god, sweep attack. How about no? Sir, may I introduce you in the Bonk Church? I assure you we have a good health plan. Also, what is my health button? I believe it's still that? Okay. Good to know. It looks like there's a lot of crypts here. Okay. Let's see. First off, weak foe. Yeah, that was a weird first boss. to be honest with you. But sure, I'll take it. I guess they're trying to give you a tutorial of the game, so I can't exactly fault them for just giving you functionally a basic enemy as the first boss. But they probably could have done a little more with that. I guess this way then. Although, interesting that you can block with this. Oh, hey, it's the item that we could grab earlier. Sweet. Give me that. I believe that's an emote. Okay. So we did the tutorial to get an emote, so you can skip it if you don't care about it. Fair. Can't really fault the game for that. Well, that's stuttering, though. That is not that good. And I'm not dropping frames or anything, although the bitrate's going crazy. How are you feeling? Feeling about as warm as you normally do. And then, by that logic, I should be good there, and good there. Hello. Swap multiplayer. Use Tarnished Furled Finger to write the gold summon sign. Co-op multiplayer is all of that. And compass indicates the direction of the summoner. Okay. Finger Severer. And Tarnished Furled Finger. Lovely. And that's why we've got... Use... Oh. I won't for the moment, but... I guess we could go into here, since we've got that key. You know what? Why not? Extra challenge. Pick. Let's see here. First off, jumping. Fire required ahead, therefore turn back. Why would fire be required? Probably because it looks like slimes are down here. Descend. Okay. Whop. Oh, God. This water is poisoned. And something appears to be following us because we stepped in the water. Okay, so noted. Walking in that is just walking in poison, so not a good use of our key for the moment. Oh well. I guess we're starting as a wretched. We may as well start off with nothing. Let's see here. May as well break all the pottery, because Legend of Zelda is something to aspire to at the end of the day. Let's see here. Flyer ahead. Hey there, Mitts. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully your Elden Ring stuff is going well, as well. For lack of better wording, at the very least, since I know I'm kind of dead. But how goes things? I'm missing the kick. I'm very much missing the kick. And is this an elevator then? That it is. Okay. I beat the boss tutorial after 2 deaths. Nice. Always good to at least beat the boss tutorial. I'm assuming I'm getting close to the boss, because the first guy seemed kind of pointless. Up. That's not a hidden wall. That's just a wall that you can't bonk off of. Let's see here. Oh boy. This one. No. Okay. That is not how I was expecting to open that. Like a dream. All the more beautiful. Aren't you nice? I had magic, but I wanted to use my sword for melee practice. Fair. Fair. Limgrave. Okay. They're really just going to use that drop shadow on the font for everything, huh? I'll have to get used to that then. So far, at the very least, I've been just running Wretched, so I've got a stick. Hey, there's a person. Yeah, I've got a stick. That's about the most that we've got so far. And we haven't really been... Grace exists to guide the Tarnished and lead them along the proper path. Even now, some sites of Graces retain their power. Oh, we do get a directional input. Okay. I'm fine with that. But yeah, as I was saying, the tutorials are going to get annoying. We've got a stick, And we've got a purple hair. We're good. Hi.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we?
Oh, you
Come
look
to
like a
the
sneaky
lands
bastard.
between For the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have.
Hmm.
No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Why do I need to have a
guidance,
maiden?
Without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
Hmm. Is that what you've got
Luckily
to say
for
then?
you, however,
Oh,
there
no,
is
okay, we're
one
not done yet.
shining ray of hope. Me,
Looking for the maidenless.
Vare. Take care to listen.
Okay,
Are you
Vade.
familiar
What are you
with
talking
grace,
about?
The golden light that gives life to you, Tarnished. You may
Mhm.
also behold its golden rays, pointing in a
Oh.
particular direction at times.
So, literally the
That
tutorial it gave
is
us.
the guidance of grace. A
That's
path
fine.
that a Tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers.
I can move during
It
the
will
talking
lead
still.
you,
Okay.
Tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
Okay, well thanks, Vade. So that wants me to go to the big old spire over there. That seems a mite bit dangerous, but let's just see what we can do. Examine. Summoning pools. In an area you may find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. Not easy to summon other... Oh, okay, so you can get the co-op going a lot easier then. Small golden effigy. Thank you. There's a guy there. A lot of people here are just dying immediately, which is always a good sign. So we got a stick. We've got a dream. Let's see what we can do. I know we're probably going to have a slight issue because of that thing there, which I believe is a knight on a horse. So I'm just going to avoid that for the moment because that guy's fully armored and I've got a stick. Ooh. Can I... Hey, cool, I can hit it. Well, there's one golden rune. I guess that's going to be something I'm going to be getting a lot of, so good to know. Let's see here. Anybody around? Show your stick dominance. I might have to, because it doesn't really look like there's much else to do other than go beat that guy's... Oh, the god, that was a bird. Hold on. Can I sneak attack the bird? No, I can't sneak attack the bird. Look, I thought it was a rock, okay? Sometimes you never know. Oh, hey, a squirrel. Squirrels don't seem to want to attack you. They also seem more like kangaroo rats. Hi. Nice. Hi. How are you guys doing? Oh, crap. No! That one dropped an item. Whoops. Oh, well. Yeah, I guess we gotta go wave our stick around then. Let's see here. That... Can I just break that by rolling? I don't think so. Can I do... I can. Nice. Alright then. We gotta go show our stick dominance to this man and his horse. I wonder if I can get the horse to kick him off. God, you can just hear the amount of... Oh. Yeah, that would be a cool weapon to get. God, even his horse is armored. That's just rude. I wonder if we can back attack the horse. Nope. I'm just gonna hide in the bush real quick. Because I've got a stick, and he's completely covered in golden armor. Okay, no, but I can poke the horse. Maybe you can stop crouching. Okay. Okay. Nope, that is instant death. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Um, I did not see how much damage we did. Okay, we do just start here. Death. On dying, you'll be revived at the last site of grace. You drop any runes in your possession at the site of your death. If you die again before reclaiming them, they'll be lost. The compass at the top will tell you where it is. Okay. He came at me out of nowhere while I was killing the wildlife. Yeah, he seems to kind of just pace up and down the middle of the road here. So I guess it depends on how you take it. But he kind of just seems to be chill until you attack him. And I'm not sure about the best way how to handle it with the fact that we have a stick. Boy, you're actually stuttering kind of hard on me. Even at medium, that's not a good sign. But we should probably first grab our stuff. I'm probably going to wait in these bushes and just let him walk by. We'll grab our runes, because they're at least not tied to him. So that's at least good. Give me that. And then we'll see what we can do about Mr. Gold Armor Boy and his gold horse, because clearly I just kind of missed the dodge when he went for the stab. Hi there. Yeah, that doesn't do too much. Nope. Oh, cool. Nope, that's gonna hurt. Okay. Nope, that was a step. Okay. We've got some learning to do with this, but we're actually doing a decent amount of damage with the stick. So this might actually be doable. Hold on. Oh, hey, it's raining. Cool, now we can be wet. This will definitely help his horse shenaniganry. Oh, give me that. Let's see here. Just kind of sneak our way up here. Don't worry about the tree guardian. Also, he is guarding the tree, and I'm assuming we're going to need to go there at some point. Don't mind me, sir. I'm just a wandering caveman. You don't got anything to worry about with me. Nothing at all. So yeah, if I can dodge his attacks at least, that might actually be doable. Do. Then we'll just wait patiently here. Mainly because of that. And we don't want to have to worry about that. Oh, shit. We're a mite bit too close. That's fine. Bonk. Yeah, that did a healthy chunk. Alright, so that's your war cry. Nope. That's the stab, I think? It is. That's a really slow stab. Holy crap. Ooh. You know, I keep thinking that's just going to be quicker. But no, he takes a while to wind up that halberd. Okay. Note to self, game is going to run a little bit slower than you're thinking, Jude. Not going to be Bloodborne. Do. But I think that's still doable. As long as we just learn how the Tree Guardian fights. And I kind of want to see if something drops off of him if we actually kill him. Crap. I'm in bushes. Ooh. Nice, there's a mushroom. We can make some soup. Let's see. So we gotta keep an eye out for his attacks. He goes for a war cry first, which kind of seems like a waste of time on his part. Doop-de-doo. And bonk. Crap. That looks like a war cry. Okay, that's the stomp. Oh god. That didn't kill us. How did that not kill us? Okay. Him having a horse is definitely gonna make this harder. Oh, Jesus. Okay. This might take a bit of work. I almost wonder if it would be better to just charge at him, to be honest, but I feel like getting that slight sneak attack off on him would help. Just gotta get by him first. I also hope this game doesn't have some form of, like, how the Mario games have those support programs if you die too much too early. They're just like, oh, hey, do you want to have some assistance with your game? I'm sure they won't do that, but you never know. So where's my stuff? It's in the bush? Why was my stuff in the bush? I wasn't even there. That's where he came from, but that wasn't quite my game plan. Hello. Oh, right. That wouldn't do damage. Oh. I was in range for that. That's a shame. It also took a while to actually get our death animation done and out of the way. Not having armor is definitely making this a little bit harder. Let's see. Oh god, our stuff's gonna be like right at the top of his pathing now. Oh, that is mean. Why did I have to die up there? Don't mind me, sir. I'm just going to get my runes back, as well as this mushroom, in case I want to make some soup. Let's see, they're there. God, I have to wait for him to go, like, all the way back. That's such an awkward place to leave your stuff, too. I do kind of want the halberd, though. That'd be funny to be running around naked, just having that thing at your beck and call. Let's see, then. Are you plausible at level 1 with just a stick? Is the question of the day. Okay. There's that. Okay. That felt like it was going to be a third strike. That's the stomp. And the windup from my attacks is too quick, so if I'm too close, he's going to get that swing off no matter what I do. I am two-handing the club. What happens if I don't two-hand the club? Is that quicker? Not really. Not that I can tell, at least. Yeah, fighting him with magic seems like it would be a lot easier. Hello, sir. I hope your horse is coming along well. Especially considering I've kind of poked it in the butt a few times now. I'm sure it's been quite thoroughly enjoying that. Are you plausible for us? I do not know. Also, I like the character kind of just clipping in and out as the target is just moving outside of our range of vision. Good work, buddy. Yeah, that's right. You walk on by. You go to your Sunday school with your responsibilities and your church fees. See that? And I think we're hidden in this bush, so we should be okay. I think let's see if we can give it maybe one more try, just to see. Because this might not be possible with just a stick. Yeah, because that guy just died immediately. Well, yeah, that guy died immediately as well. Hello. That guy had armor. I've just got a stick. Oh, that was a swing. Okay, that was a horse check. That was a plesioth hitbox. That was rude of you, sir. Okay. Okay, yeah, if he's gonna chuck the plesioth hitbox at me, I think that might not be possible with just a stick. So what I'm gonna do then is I'm just gonna walk past him. And maybe we'll come back and get the tree sentinel out of the way once we get a chance. But with just a stick and a prayer, I don't know how possible that would be without just chucking our face at it for a while. That guy's definitely determined, though. Yeah, man. Get your little unclothed booty up there, buddy. Where's my stuff? Oh, it's in that bush this time. I guess I did technically die close to that. Alright, well. Hello, armored friend. I'm not even sure if you'd attack us if we just pop into your vision, but I'm just gonna grab that and leave. Also just gonna try and stay out of his sight, because if Mitz is mentioning that he got attacked just while he was in the area, I'm assuming us being around is probably gonna be taken as hostile no matter what we do. Ooh, flowers. Hello. Are you gonna run away from me? You are gonna run away from me. Nice. Thin beast bones. Okay, it's not too bad. What about you? 2 golden runes. Okay. This is a church. The Church of Elle. Okay, well. We get a grace out here, so that's good. Although that's surprisingly close to the last one. Oh, we actually get fast travel right away. Okay. I'm fine with that. Also, hi Santa. What are you doing here? You know, I was half kidding, but that does actually just straight up look like Santa.
You're tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat.
Not at the moment, no.
Why not purchase a little something? I am Carly, purveyor of fine goods.
I'm cool with an early merchant. Oh, with shop menu, spend runes to purchase various items. You can also sell items for runes. Each member stock a different variety of items for purchase. Yeah, about normal then. Let's see. Throwing knives, telescope. Pearl calling finger remedy? Reveals co-op and hostile summoning signs. Okay. A cracked pot. Container required for crafting cracked pot items. Enables the practice of item crafting. Probably want to grab a crafting kit. And then there's just basic chain here. as well as... I'm not sure what those are. Waypoint Ruins and Flask of Wondrous Psychic. And a torch. I think we're good with our current stick, but thanks, friend.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel.
Okay.
The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring.
Yeah, that's kind of the
It's
feeling
only
I got from
tarnished
before.
like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
Fair enough.
Goodbye. Nice to do business.
Well, thanks for the crafting kit. Item crafting. If you have a crafting kit, you can make various items from materials you find. Select item crafting from the main menu. You can learn and craft items by finding cookbooks. Okay. Need cracked pots and other containers to craft certain items. Yeah, that's kind of the gist I got. Strengthening stuff. Okay. We've got... Oh, I just picked up a free smithing stone. Can we just strengthen our stick? That's something it would actually let us do. That is something it would let us do. Wow. Just club +1. I might save this for when we get maybe something a little better than just a stick, but good to know that that's here. Stick ++. Yeah, I mean, it never hurts to get a stick ++. I mean, you gotta have your +1 after all. Beep. Oh, didn't give us anything. What about you? Did that sheep just try to dodge roll me? Sheep, what are you doing? And bonk. Thank you, sheep. Well, that's someone with a torch. It's also a guy in that armor that we've kind of been passing by occasionally. But I don't exactly want to see if he'll attack me right away, because I just have a feeling he will. That wasn't actually an immediate kill. Okay. Goodbye, sir. We could almost do this in just sneaky Metal Gear Solid style if we want to, apparently. Which I'm down for. We got a stick and a dream, so may as well see how far it takes us. Oh, there's another guy. Hello. Oh, there's also a guy literally right at this fire. That could have ended quite poorly. Hello. Just wish that actually did enough to kill. Thank you. Ooh. Why does it look like a throwing item? Oh, he dropped stuff too. Hey, we got his helmet. Equipment. Yes, equipment menu. I think I get the idea behind an equipment menu. There we go. And we got kukri? Is that like a throwing thing? Huh. Got a club. Where the hell did kukri come into play? Inventory. What's kukri? Throw at enemies to inflict damage and build up blood loss. That probably makes the most sense for kukri, to be honest with you. Yeah, thank you. Alright, so now we've got our underwear and a chain coif helmet. Now we're looking styling. This will surely help us in the long run. Also, this guy is kind of just in a weird, hard to murder position. Hello. Apparently he doesn't seem to care about blocking. So that works for me. Oh, we got some free bolts. Okay, I'm fine with that. Some flowers. Lovely. Let's see here. Oh, root resin. I thought that was like a ground marking. Guess not. Bonk. And so far those guys have been kind of easy to spot, so at least they're making it easy. Hey, buddy. Don't mind me. I'm just coming up behind you. Bonk. That makes life pretty easy. Oh, not dead. There we go. And nothing that time, huh? Okie doke. Well, thank you for your help. Let's see here. We're at least getting a lot of materials so far, so that's at least handy. And those look like creatures. Also, that's a mosquito. It's a... no, it's a dragonfly. Yeah, it's more of a dragonfly. I don't think it's a pure mosquito. I'm assuming these are things that will fight us. Apparently. Yeah, those things are just gonna spit out toxic gases. Lovely. Oh. Oh, good. Yeah, toxic gases. Noted. Ew. Don't like you. Go away. Oh. They're coming after us, too. Great dragonfly head. Well, I'm glad we have a weapon that's pretty good at actually going up. Alright. Hello, toxic spitter. How are you doing today? You're going for your overall shot, which is not good for us. Yeah, that hits almost instantly. Dissipate, please. Jesus, our stamina lasts a lot longer. I am totally okay with that, but... also, ew. What are these things? They remind me of the, like, Hydras from Ragnarok Online. Also, that looks not good. Hello. Are you evil? Should I be afraid of you? Are you gonna be as bad as the one guy? Yeah, a little blast from the past, huh? I am old enough to have played a good chunk of Ragnarok Online, both on official servers and not official servers, because playing on the official servers wasn't always that fun. Also, I gotta remember we have a jump button in this game. But it was a fun time. Kind of just or a good intro to... oh, is this just a statue? This is literally just a statue. Ew, though. It's a disturbing statue. Guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. Oh. Okay, apparently that was a good thing. Sweet. Praise the hole. Please don't praise the hole. We don't need to look at that booty. Not today, at least. There is the fire there, but I'm pretty sure that's just where Santa's sitting, so we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, Ragnarok Online was just a good time. I remember on the official servers, I was playing a hunter, I believe, before the Rebirth classes all came out. Because it had been a while before those actually were a thing. Boy, you're getting a little stuttery on me. Ooh, I got a rock. Lovely. Can I get more rock? Lovely. Oh, there's actually multiple guys around here, isn't there? Okay. I also don't know why they have torches in the middle of the day. I remember grinding up to 99 novice. I don't remember why I did that. I mean, there was the super novice class, so that might have been why. I do a little bit more damage to you. Also, it looks like you're all friends. Also, move. Hello. Also, is that one shooting at me? No, that one hasn't even seen me yet. You see me? I'm in a... yeah, you don't see me. I'm in a bush. Can't find me in the bush. Vanquishing groups. Vanquishing an enemy group will... oh, really? The number and type of flax will be replenished varies depending on enemy group. You cannot replenish more than you own. Okay, so you can use them a bit more freely then. I'm fine with that. Yeah, in regards to the level 99 novice, I'm assuming it was just because you wanted to do the super novice stuff. Because that's always a thing. Oh, hey, kangaroo rats. Also mushrooms. Ooh. Well, I'm sorry, kangaroo rats. Kinda met a grisly fate, but unfortunately we gotta craft in this game. Open door. Let's see what's in door number 1. Also, I should probably heal. Hey, look at Grace. And we get to go downstairs. Isn't that lovely? The Stormfoot Catacombs. You know what? That seems like a good thing. I'm fine with that. Apparently that did not refill my things. I guess you kind of have to set it to replenish your stuff. I am noticing that we can't level up at all yet, and I'm wondering how that's gonna work. Oh. Hello. Quiet ghost. What's up, buddy? A proper death means returning to the Erd tree. Okay. Have patience until the time comes and the roots call for you. What if I don't want to be a part of Yggdrasil, though? Oh well. I guess we'll have to see about... we'll have to see what that's all about. Also, a lot of people seem to have died here. That's a bit concerning. Be wary of left. Oh. Well, aren't you a sneaky little bastard? Oh, God. Ah. There was 2. Also the blood loss. Blood loss is fair. Blood loss was always a very easy way to kill things. There's a sleep status? When sleep is full, you'll become drowsy. Weaker character will fall asleep immediately. Oh, God. Oh, that means I need to get my stuff back, too, and it's right in the room with them. Oh, that is so awkward. Can I grab it from, like, here? Okay. Really? Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, we just lost all our money. That was bound to happen eventually. But wow. That guy's aggressive as all hell. Jesus. But I guess that means I can just sneak one of them out if I'm careful enough. Yeah, now our stuff is in a grabbable spot. Not that it matters, but... How do I just get you? That's how. Wait for your ridiculous attack action. Up. Nope. Gotta remember that's a 4-part. Okay. Come on. Nope. Oh boy, that attack does so much. That takes almost a quarter of our gauge and bleed damage right off the bat. That'd be a nasty thing. That might actually help us against the big boy if we can get it. Multiplayer maximums. We don't gotta worry about multiplayer for now. With all the crap that kind of just comes out in regards to it. Oh, does it not even bother if you don't have anything? That's smart. Okay. Let's see here. There's one. Nope. Nope. Hello, little gargoyle. What are you gonna do? You have knives. Jerk. Screw you. You don't even drop anything. What a letdown. Jesus. Okay, so that guy's obviously there to surprise you. There's candles and an item right by the chair, but he exists. Okay. Screw you. Let's see, just resin. First off, I want to go home. Okay, so this was not worth wasting all of our money on. Whoops. I guess that's fair. What else is around here, then? I mean, I just have to keep on the lookout for gargoyles around every corner. Or is it just that one room to be a jerk? I can't take that. Okay. Seems familiar. Blocked by some contraption. Okay. Like someone's running around right there. Turn back? Why would I want to turn back? We just entered the crypt. Hello? That's... Oh, this is a gargoyle. That's really hard to see. Jesus. Okay. I need to get him, like, right beside me. There we go. Goodbye to you, Mr. Bleedy Gargoyle Bastard. Let's see. What else is in here? Ow! There's seriously one up there? That's just rude. Gonna do that. Is he gonna come down here? He's just gonna keep chucking those. Swap. That sounded like a physical attack. What is he doing up there? I can't actually tell where he is. Oh wait, is he actually down here now? He is, he's right there. He actually came downstairs. How nice of him. Ow. 2, 3. Crap. Missed one. You're very dedicated to the knife throwing. Ow. Screw you. Really not getting lucky with drops off of them. Not sure I'm liking that. Be wary of the tunnel. What is that I'm hearing? Sounds like fire. Oh. Okay. Be wary of fire. Yeah, apparently Solace is cooking in that tunnel. Oh, that's just rude. Catch me while I'm reading notes. You're seriously just hiding on the ceiling? I didn't do anything about that. Nope. What the hell do you even do with that? Apparently that. I'm surprised this is the safe zone, like right in between the middle of them. I wonder if there's anything down there. Apparently you can get down there. Although I don't know what those guys are doing. I want to go home. Well, you shouldn't have come in between the middle of the barbecue, friends. Yeah, I seem to be in your kitchen, Solace. I don't suppose you have directions for getting around, though. Ooh, hey, a ladder. Why is the climb button, Jude? Yeah, it's good to see that you keep the kitchen underground. Unfortunately, I got lost, too. Oh, that's a shame. We're gonna need to get a map of your kitchen at some point, Solace. Screw you. There we go. Oh god! Hi. You can also go away. Thank you for doing a little bit of damage and most of my health and bleed. Jesus. Door ahead? Yeah, that's not a door, friend. That's a wall. Pretty sure this is also a wall. Let's see here. Plop. This looks bad. Yep. Gargoyle. Hi there. You're gonna need to come over here. You're not gonna get me with those knives just by sitting over there. Oh, no. Oh boy. Not a good setup for us. Okay. Nope. Blood loss and death. Blood loss does a significant amount of damage to you. Oh boy. Oh, frost is a status. Good to know. We still have our helmet at least. And we know we don't need to worry about going that way anymore. We just gotta be careful about all of the gargoyles that kind of just pop up out of nowhere. Jesus. Or at least have a better idea of where they come from. I guess is the better way of putting it. That's not a block button, Jude. That just alerts everybody to your position. Ah, up there. Okay. Nope. That's not gonna work. Hi there. Ow. He's actually almost dead from one hit. Nope. Can I get you to come towards me? Oh. Because the lock-on came off, I missed that, and that's just mean. Ow. That was just me being dumb. So, this might also just be a place we're not supposed to go yet. It might be. I'm not really sure yet. Considering these games are always so open, I really don't know. So I'm kind of just wandering around, seeing what's actually around. We did at least get the chain helmet, so that's neat. But still not 100% certain on what we're supposed to do, because I figured I would at least pick up a pair of pants by now. So... Right, I forgot this is an open world game. I was gonna say usually level design guides your exploration. Yeah, usually it does, but this game's very open. Oh, Jesus, the stutter. Up. Up. Ow, come on. Bonk. Just gotta give them head pats. It's what they want. Oh, I hit that. Sweet. Goodbye, Mr. Gargoyle. At least Gargoyle number 1. Now I just need to get one to be angry at me and come downstairs. That. Hey, look at you. No. Not getting that. Gonna keep chucking knives at me even though I'm behind a pillar? Is that really your game plan? Ow. Okay. You're really just gonna stick with your throwing knife plan, huh? Can't even tell if I can... Oh, God, not like that. Goodbye. Okay. I think we're good there. Well, the game is still stuttering, which isn't great. Not dropping any frames, at least, but... I'm assuming my computer isn't liking this the most. Oh, right. Gotta worry about you as well. Hi, can you come downstairs, please? I can see you. I just can't throw anything at you. Ow. Okay. Bonk. The bonk party has been achieved. Then we get a look at Solace's kitchen. Run. And run. We do also have a straight area there that's a bit more open. Although I can see the gargoyle on the wall there too. Okay, so we've got a gargoyle there and then a gargoyle right there. So you can go away. Then I know you're alive, so you can just come over here. Ow. One was not good. Come on, Jude. Bonk. Bonk. I get all three. Ow. Screw you. I'll take your tiny hit. That means I can at least kill you. So where are my souls at? What? Are they actually down there? And I missed it? Why would they put it down there? I died up here. Alright, buddy. I know you're over there. Come get me. Oh, jeez, that almost hit me. Hi, buddy. You can chuck all the knives you want. I'm assuming you just have infinite because you're a computer. Look at that guy. Dash dancing around him. Whop. There we go. There's one bonk. And then there's his friend. I'm gonna fight his friend in here if I can. Okay. Move. Boy. Can I get that off? I can. Oh, well, he's... Oh, I actually got a back attack off. Well, screw that gargoyle. Nice. Okay, so one last gargoyle to deal with. Up, up. Lovely. Anything in here? There is. Summoning spirits. Is that what I picked up? Wandering noble ashes. Huh. Okay. Better than nothing, I suppose. And I guess that's not the required route either, so I guess we can explore the rest of Solace's kitchen? May as well see. Up. Does mean I'm gonna need to run. And just run on past. Oh god. Oh god. This was a mistake. Okay. Partial mistake. I definitely knew what I was doing. Oh god. Oh! Okay. Good to see you can still just shudder down the ladders. Yeah, it is nice that you can still just kind of slide down those. Makes life easier. Also, is it really just that? A lot less in these caverns than I figured there'd be. Defeating one by one required ahead. I don't think there was a way to defeat those guys one by one. Oh. Huh. Okay. Sorry, Solace. I needed to turn off one of your oven burners. William Shatner went down ladders like that on Star Trek because his knees were bad. That's actually both a smart and a terrible reason to go down ladders that way. Because I feel like just the impact of going back down that wouldn't help you very much. There we go. Oh, nice. Just rolling into them actually cut it off. Then prattling pate hello. That's an item, I guess? Is that an item? That headgear? Huh. Okay. Not even a talisman. I swear. We've got a club. Okay. Well, I cut off the booby trap, so that's at least good. If I knew that before, I probably should have done that before. So, whoops. Oh, there we go. That's about all I can see to adventure in here, so... I guess we'll pick up our souls. They don't believe account for anything. Could this be an item? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, that kind of explores this little cubby, I guess. I don't think there's any other paths we could take. Except for that, which is just kind of locked at the moment. Which... nothing exactly comes to mind as to how to open it. So I guess we'll have to leave that for another day. Let's see here. Yeah, there's that room. We're not going to bother with that room. There's just two guys in there. Oh, look at that. Very much do need to find some way to level up, though. Because that's getting a little bit odd, that we just don't have a way to do that yet. Oh, that means everyone out here is going to be alive too, aren't they? No, they're not immediately by here. Okay, that makes life easier. Grab that. Let's see, how do we Metal Gear Solid our way out of this? Oh, I do have some crafting. I can make fire pots, those. I can make bone darts. Okay. Roa raisins. On horseback, feed them on torrent to restore health. Guide stones. Okay, so we got a few basic crafts already. Isn't a bad thing. Smack. Ooh, item. That's just herb. We're not here to smoke the good stuff, friends. We're here for adventure. Also, it looks like there's something over there. I'm gonna take care of these guys first. Because at the most dangerous, this guy's got a torch, so it should be okay. That was Ruin Fragment. Okie doke. You're probably just gonna go for the... oh no, you're not even gonna go for the punch. Oh. I'm sorry, friend. I know you're just digging for that jerk, but you can't just show your back to me. That's not how you go about this land. More Ruin Fragments, okay. I guess they were digging. Well, let's see what we can do in our glistened up body. Let's see. I might have just seen a bird. Or kangaroo rat. Okay, yeah, it was a bird. But the birds look like rocks, and that's gonna get a little annoying. Oh, oops. There we go. Oops. Hey, come here. Let me hit you with my stick. I have a stick for a reason, kangaroo rat. Come here. Come on. I know you can outrun people, but you can't outrun them forever. There we go. Here we go. And that's just a ghosty boy, so that's fine. Well, works. Let's see then. So if that's not what we're supposed to do... it's a little weird that our stamina depletion doesn't show during this. I guess the critter AI is dumb. A little bit, yeah. They kind of just seem to run in various directions. necessary item ahead? The ruin fragments? You're gonna count that as a necessary item? They're like everywhere. Ruin fragments must be used for some form of crafting. Oh well. We've at least got a few of them now. Let's see, we've also got about 1,000 buckaroonies on us. We'll have to find a good way to spend those later. Let's see. There's our poison boys in the swamp. I feel like we were supposed to head to the tree, but there's a lot of trees around. So I guess we'll just kind of wander about and see what we can do. And see what we can find. Oh, it's a turtle. Hi. How you doing, turtle? Can I just... Gold-tinged excrement. I just picked up golden poop from this turtle, which this guy is apparently just murdering. Apparently you can kill the turtle. Huh. Well, that feels wrong. Yeah, turtle neck meat. That's just... Ew. Oh, give me that. So let's see here. Sir, I see you have a torch and a lot of gear. Do you feel like dropping any of those? In the face of my stick and my helmet? Because the helmet's very intimidating. And I know you can't help but cower in fear. Nope. That didn't work. Apparently he also hit us somehow. No, I can't pillage off that. Fine. You keep your gear today, sir. But eventually we'll get it. Are you enjoying the game? I'm enjoying the game so far. We kind of just went through a tomb to get an item that I'm not 100% certain what the point of it is yet. Emits a voice that says hello. Oh, that might honestly unlock the door. Now that I'm thinking on it. Hold on. I probably should have paid attention to what that thing did. But I'm enjoying it so far. Not sure what to do, but enjoying it at least. How goes the homework so far, Nano? Is it at least treating you well? Are you at least taking care of yourself while you're getting that done? 1 hour 30 in and you're still a caveman, seems about right. Yeah. We don't exactly have much in terms of gear yet. We started out with a stick, and the only gear that has dropped for us so far has been throwing knives and this helmet. So now we are a caveman with a helmet. Yeah, we have a hat now, so we're at least enjoying the subtle pleasures of Team Fortress 2. And as long as we can live up to that goal, then we're doing fine. Oh. Oops, I guess he saw us. So where are you going? Sir, what is your pathing right now? Dude. That was not a backstab, dude. Still nothing. Really can't just take the coat off the guy? Oh well. I guess he came to investigate his dead buddy and just kind of failed at his job because apparently a guy with a stick could take him down. Oh, kind of didn't realize what that one item we grabbed does, so I'm going to go back to that door and use that and see if that actually just kind of opens the door for us. Because it might just be that simple. Oh. And we'll have to keep an eye out for any other crafting things we can do going forward, because you never exactly know how it's going to roll. Let's see here. Where was the entrance? It's here? Yeah, there it is. Okay, back into here we go. Do. Don't worry about that. We haven't rested or anything, so nothing should respawn. So we've got this. We have this, technically. Does that do anything? That does not do anything. Okay. Try left? I mean, try left. This is just... The summoning pool is now functional. Yes. I get it. Try left. Seek a lever? You mean a lever? How variable are the builds in this game? I'm not 100% certain yet, actually. I'm assuming it's going to be decently complex once you get into, like, the later half of everything, but I'm not 100% certain on it. We'll kind of have to see how things go, in all honesty. Wonder what it means by that. Look carefully. Well, that's helpful. I mean, I need to put... Did stuff respawn? Stuff did in fact respawn. Okay. I didn't sit anywhere. Come on. Screw you. Guard. Ow. I gotta move when he does that. Hi, sir. Nope. Now can't wait to see your glorious Oh yeah, that is true, actually. That is a slight downside to this. I guess I did rest somewhere. So apparently it's just a lever that I missed? Is it really just a lever that I missed somewhere deep in here? I'm gonna have to go back and hit that. Alright, well, I know you're up there. Come on. Go for your 4-part attack where you fall off. Oh, perfect. Well, that makes that nice and easy. And is there another one? Don't know if there is. At least not one we can proc right now. There's the other two that are kind of just chilling up there, but don't think they're gonna do anything for the moment. That means I need to get you off of here, though. Because you're just gonna be here, like a jerk. Alright, do you feel like coming down? Because I'm, like, right here. Hello. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Problem solved. This unfortunately does mean that we're kind of SOL if we need to go down there again. Actually, why is that one not lit? That's a bit weird. I hope I don't need to relight that, because I don't have a torch at the moment. Let's see here. Weird that you guys respawn. Oh, come on. You can go away. Pop. Pop. Ow. Okay, that didn't work. Pop. Goodbye to you. Lovely. Let's see here. That's just a wall. Not much we can do about that. There's a guy over there who's going to be a jerk and chuck knives at us, because he won't come past that doorway. I just need to get his friend out. Oh god, that's so far in now. I don't really see a lever in there, though. Yeah, I found his friend. Oh well. Still not 100% certain what to do. Apparently Leah figured it out, though. So I guess I'm just dumb, and I missed something pretty big. Let's see here. Well, I guess we're doing this then. What are you doing? You were just testing this thing. Weird. I'm gonna assume my souls are like up there this time. Probably not gonna be the easiest thing to grab. Hi, can you come downstairs, please? Thank you. Now, can you come into this room where I can see you on flat ground? Ow. Only 2. 1. There we go. Oh, hey, you dropped something. Hey, we got his fork. We got more than a stick now. I can't use it. Why can't I use it? My strength not high enough? Which display? Unable to use effectively with present attributes. Okay. Oh, duh, I'm blind. I need 14 dex to use it. That. Hey, buddy. Get your move off. Come on, buddy. I just need you to fall down. That's all. You're not gonna come down? I need you to come down. Sure. Sure. Where are you? Oh, well, found him. Oh, that was another guy. Okay. Apparently he's around. I just don't know where. Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. Feel like coming downstairs? Hello? You're not gonna... Oh, God! Is this seriously just a random ghost? God damn it. Thought there was a gargoyle behind me. And you really don't want to come downstairs, do you? Like, I'm not going to be able to be hit when you're up there. Sir? There we go. Much better. And we get another copy of his fork. That's nice. Alright, well... need to get rid of you. So, do you feel like coming downstairs? Apparently you do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Now let's see here. We've either got the option of being completely bombarded there, which having the fire tunnel did greatly help with that. Also, I really hope I don't need to relight these torches, because that would suck. But I guess we also just need to find a switch somewhere. Nope. Well, he's down there now. Hello. Skitter all you want, buddy. Bonk. Okay, that was dumb. Boy. Okay. Do wonder where I missed a switch, though. Also, rip all of the souls we had there. Yeah, Lee opened that. I guess there was just a random switch I missed. I'll need to find that then. Because we've got try left and seek lever. That's vague, but I guess there's just a switch somewhere over here that helps with that. Hey, buddy. I wonder if I can actually guard those hits. Bonk. Bonk. See, it's nice when you can corner things, because it's just easier to get them to sneak into a corner. Oh, hi. You're actually down here already. Bonk. 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 Well, they made that round really easy. Thank you, buddy. I don't have to wait as long for you to actually get downstairs this time. Hello, I know you're here. Come down. There we go. Bonk, 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 bonk. Not too bad. Let's just check over here to make sure. Try attacking. Yeah. Didn't expect precious item. No. Not really getting any other prompts either. What other stuff have we gotten so far? We've got a lot of that. A couple of these. Okay, so those are our souls. So those we don't lose. We just lose our base souls. I really don't know why they're renamed in this either. That seems a little bit awkward. Alright, well. What death trap awaits us here? Also, someone got a message on top of the pillar somehow, I guess? Because I know we've got you there. Does not seem like there's a switch in here. Regret ahead? Yeah, a little bit. There's two on the walls, and then there's just something up there. I'm assuming that's a message, but we're not gonna worry about that. Because I'm assuming what we need is here. I just need to get past these last 4 gargoyles so I can take a better look around, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello. 1. Okay. Oh, you kidding me? Bonk. You're gonna go for a knife, aren't you? Okay. Oh, there's only a stamina hit. Okay. I'm fine with that. You feel like coming down? Apparently you do. Nice. Well, I'm glad they can climb ladders. Makes my life easier at the very least. Now I just need to deal with the 2 in that room. Which is gonna require a little bit of kiting. Hello. Bonk. Bonk. Alright, 1 down. Now I'm just gonna deal with that one. Which alone should be pretty easy. Especially if we can get this off. Bonk. Sir, why did you leave us alone? Buddy, we were just there. Alright, we can jump. I gotta remember that we can jump. Oops. Coffin, yeah. That is in fact a coffin. Doesn't really look like there's anything in here. Now that I'm looking around, at least. Well, I guess there was the thing that says hello. Let's So weird. We get the thing that says hello. What would it want us to do? No ambush ahead? Pfft. Okay, buddy. Let's see. Be wary of liar. Well done. I'm not seeing anything here. Nothing of huge importance, at least. And I'm not getting any command prompts for a lever or anything. So I guess it's not here. The only other place that we haven't really checked is the one hell room, but I don't think there'd be anything in there. So we've got the hello button. Do I need to use the hello button on something? Maybe? Also, isn't there like... Oh yeah, there is. Hold on. Come on. Oh, fuck. See, I want to get on that thing. I just realized that statue was there. Do. But I feel like it's too high up for this stuff. So I wonder if there's a way to maybe dodge roll onto it. Looks like a lot of people kind of died here dealing with those gargoyles too. Not great. Yeah, there's that. Here's if I can get on that. Hey, nice. Found it. Now, how was I supposed... Oh. I did not pay attention to that. So then... I guess the point was to... just drop over to here, like a normal person, instead of trying to clip onto the one little cutout where the statue is. Whoops. Okay. And that opens the door for us. Look at that. I'm going to go hit our Healy point real quick. Okay. That's nothing. I'm still not sure why we just have a random hello button in the game. I guess so you can talk to people. Although even then, that seems a little bit inconsequential. Cast time doesn't seem to make much sense. Let's see here. Yeah, I did kind of decrease the prices a little bit on things. People weren't really using them anyways, so having them at a high point cost didn't really make a huge difference, I found. So, figured I'd give you a low point, low cooldown thing to use, and it's better than nothing. So now we get to go into the cesspool, I think. Oh no, it's just the boss door. The fog walls are golden in this game, it's a little bit weird. Oh, what do we get? We get the Erdtree Burial Watchdog, which appears to be a very tall rat. Oh, no, it's a statue. Duh. That thing floats? Are you kidding me? Nope, that's an attack. Oh. Ow. Okay, that was a lot. Noted. It does seem to telegraph pretty easily, though. That's good. Ow. Okay. Kind of telegraphs easily. That's fire breath. Okay. Okay. Instant death. Got it. But at least we just have a straight boss door now. So now we just gotta figure out how to fight this with a stick. A stick and a hat. I wonder if we said hello at it, if it would do anything. I'm not sure. It would be funny to try, but I'm not sure if the game would like us doing that. Up. Get your stuff back before that thing fights you. Let's see. Okay, that was dumb. That was dumb of me specifically. Oh, it does have a sweep attack. Okay. Nope, that's an attack. Okay. Oh boy. I have not gotten my Dark Souls muscle memory back. Also, it's getting very warm in here. Give me one quick second. There we go. Let's see then. So he does attack decently quick. So he does telegraph stuff, just it is kind of hard to read. I might honestly want to put my glasses on, because with the layout of this cave the way that it is, it's kind of hard to tell what he's doing half the time. Let's see. Get your walking shoes on. Okay, no, running's not enough. You do need to dodge. Oh, there comes the fire. Doop-de-doo. Nope. Nope. Ooh, he can hit those. Okay. Noted. Heal. Hello, sir. I'm over here. You feel like coming over? Apparently you do. That works. Okay. Probably should have expected that. Okay, nope. Don't get hit by that. Ow. Cool, he can stab. Also, that's admittedly menacing, and I don't like that very much. Hello. Nope. Move. And we're down to 1. Oh, that's bad. He's walking again? Oh god, he can just turn around in an instant. 1. Okay. And he can do a back swipe with that. Noted. Okay. I think I get how the fight works now. Let's see if we can actually capitalize on his actual openings. So when he's doing the fire breath, it's better to just kind of spin around him for the most part. There doesn't really seem to be a point to attack him while he's doing the fire breath, since our weapon is a little bit too slow. And I don't think our dodge can actually get us out of the fire breath in time. Also, how dark is it for your guys' side? Is it too dark? Oh god, our souls are like there. Look at that. Alright, come on over. Do your thing. Bonk. Bonk. Okay, nope. Stab it. Not good for us. Ow. He can really do that, huh? Aren't you a special little puppy? Fine. I kind of figured we'd have a little bit of invincibility there, but I guess we could dodge that. Noted. I do wonder if you could duck and attack him, though, when he's shooting fire. I guess that does kind of just stand you up again, though, so it's not the greatest thing in the world. We'll have to kind of test some things out and just kind of see what we can do with this. But first things first, make sure you're keeping runes. Wait for him to stand. There we go. Bonk. One. Not gonna go for multiple. Okay. Let's see here. Ow. Okay, I thought I hit that. We're fine to do this. Better. Hi, kitty. Nope. Good boy. Okay, cat, you're getting a little bit aggressive. Okay. Was not quite in the best spot for that. Whop. Aww. Halfway, too. Definitely doing alright with it. But we kind of just need to get better at dodging some of those hits. Those are really awkward attacks to actually dodge. Oh well, we're getting the idea at least. I also like how we found our first boss and we're already kind of just dying 30 times. So that's a good sign this is still a pretty decent Dark Souls game. Plop. So where did we die? Right in the middle? Oh, he didn't do that part. Apparently if you run quickly enough, he just doesn't do the stand part. Okay. Yeah, do your thing. Okay. Run around him, just like we have been doing. Okay. Kind of forgot about the backslash. Nope, that's a spin. That was dumb. Not gonna go for the double. Oh, he stands up. Hello. Hi there. There's the fire. Oh, he's right by a pillar. That's not great. Ow. Okay, that was bad timing. What is he doing? Sir? Okay. Okay, nope. Really? You're gonna be that kind of a jerk today. Okay. No. Gotta remember that he actually has a very short cooldown after the spin. Although we're at least getting pretty consistent at the halfway mark. So that's at least good. Really gotta remember that the clicking of the left stick is not what the run button is in this game. It's actually running like what most other games are. I also do like the little pitter-patter of our little feet on the floor. That's a good sign that we really need more gear. Whop. Okay. There's the stab. You do not leave much end lag after that one. Ow. That one you do leave a lot of end lag by, but there's the fire. Okay, just do that until he does that. There we go. Okay. Full spin. Stand up. There's fire. We can get one hit off. Gotta wait for him to do the quick part. Stanced up and ready to play. Nope, spin to win. Can't do much about that. Whoop. Ow, okay. Bonk. Nope. This is getting quite silly. I'm noticing he's not going for the end lag attacks as often. Got it. Cool. And Noble Sorcerer Ashes. Okay. I was expecting a little bit more from actually getting that thing dead. Yeah, it's just return to entrance. Huh. Really, that's all you want to give me for that? First off, well done. Didn't expect dog. This is a little bit gruesome, I'll be honest. It kind of feels like we need to come back here with some form of fire to deal with that. Try finger butthole. There's always going to be those around, especially with all the corpses. Ooh. But I guess we did get the Noble Ashes, which... There we go. Summons 5 Wandering Noble Spirits. Summons Noble Sorcerer Spirit. And I'm going to get my face to bed. Have a good stream. Alright, well thanks for joining. Bye, Solace. Hopefully have a good sleep, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Also, I like that there's a return to entrance, but no weapon or anything either. It's a bit of a shame, really. Can I actually jump on that to check that? Someone was apparently bored. Raise the jumping. Yeah, the jumping seems to help a little bit. Cool. Alright, well you're done. I guess that means we're basically done in this area, so... Cool. We actually finished off our first little mini dungeon. So, may as well just rest up here, because we've reset the outside world anyways. Let's see here. Don't seem to have too much. Messages, stats, inventory. Assuming that's the map. Yeah. You can check your current position, terrain, and all that. You can also freely place beacons of light, serve as landmarks. Okay. And the catacombs, that's the church of there. Let's just go back to the church. It's a little bit easier to just do this, and we can talk with him and see about maybe getting a shirt. Hello, friend. Can I buy a shirt?
Wait, weren't you... Well, you're back. Care to buy something?
Oh, he noticed that we died, apparently? That's not a good sign. Oh, I could get a shield as well. But I kind of just want the shirt. Because what do we have? We've only got like 2,000. Yeah, let's just buy a shirt. And the telescope, because I'm sure a telescope is going to be helpful somewhere down the line.
Goodbye. Nice to do business.
Yeah, glad to have you, buddy. Kind of wish you sold a weapon, though. Equipment. Shirt. And then we've got a telescope. And hello button. Okay. So that means I can just cycle through until we hit hello. I am glad to have a little bit of a deep hello, though. That's nice. Let's see, then. We now at least have a shirt. And a stick. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. Still don't think I have enough to actively deal with you. I really want to, though. We'll give it one healthy attempt, considering we just spent all of our money anyways. So it's not like we'd be missing much if we did die to him. Because, yeah, we've got like 37. We're not missing much here. Hey, buddy. I want your halberd, please, and thank you. It's also sad that I can't backstab his horse. That would make things a lot easier. Let's see. That swing. Up. Okay, you get your swing out of the way. Nope. Bit of a wider attack. Whop. Yeah, that's not gonna do too much to us. Nope. Oh. That's what that was. Bonk. Okay, we're not doing too much to him. Whop. Okay, yeah, horse can still stomp. Noted. Hello. Nope. You're not getting that swing off, sir. This boss is pretty cool. I just wish I was better at fighting him. Ow. That was just rude. Oh wow, he actually nicked me with that. Okay. Yoink. Yoink. Oh, okay. Okay, probably can't do him just yet. Was worth an attempt, at least. And I can at least try that much. I guess we should probably just move on, see if I can get, you know, some gear that I don't have to buy, maybe? One day we'll get him. When I have something that's a bit stronger than my stick. Ooh. But at the very least, we have a shirt now. So that's always good. Oh. Hi, sheep. Bonk. Not enough dodging. Yeah, dodging him is actively hard. I would like to maybe do something with him. Need to play more Toho. Well, I mean, there is a button for that. I'm not sure how well that would work while I have this game running, mind you, but there's functionally a button for that. It's we could try it. Like, what time is it? It's only 10, so no. I would prefer to get maybe a sneak off on him if I can. Hey, sir. And your golden horse. Because I feel like there should be a way for you to do it early, but you just have to be basically a master at the fighting in this game to do it. That's the war cry that didn't do anything. Like that attack. That attack I don't like. The random Plesiop hitbox is rude. Whop. Ow. Wow, that actually didn't kill me. I'm surprised that didn't actually kill me. Oh. I thought he couldn't actually charge there. Yeah, I kind of wanted to just get a different weapon, at least. We'll just leave him to his pathing, it's fine. We've got slightly more important things to do than beating him. Because at the very least, I'd like to at least get one of their swords at least. Although we do just need to get a better bonker. Because once we can get a better bonk weapon, then we're good. But at the very least, getting something I didn't take off of a tree might be better. Like, and you just don't want to drop stuff, so you're making this harder. And what are you doing? You're trying to find me, because one of your buddies just died. That works. Let's see then. Those are flowers there. I know there's the campfire here. But I think we can get you without too many problems. Hello. Good. Let's see. What if we just follow the road? I'm assuming more ruin pieces? Yeah. Kinda seemed like what this was for. Oh, you're done with your homework. Always good to hear, Nano. Oh, wait, hold up. How do I do this again? There we go. Hopefully you don't have too much more work to go on for the week. You know, I've been hooked to water lately. I mean, you should always have your water. So I would recommend doing that. Water is definitely the most important thing, especially for long study sessions like that. Unless you mean War of the Roses, which is going to be a little bit different. Oh wow, you actually just ignored me completely. You, sir, are a dummy. Oh, never mind, I just walked right in front of you. I'm the dummy. You still don't want to drop anything. Wrath of the Righteousness. Yeah, what is that exactly? Because I don't actually know what that is. Huh. Little statue. Hello. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain what it is. It's a good game? Well, if you want to link it in the Discord, you're more than free to. Because if you've been having fun with it, at least. Oh, found another shield, buddy. Hello. Ooh, that's a long wind-up for that. Jesus. Oh. Let's see. One of the Pathfinder games? Okay. One of the tabletops, like, God, what is it called? The Shadowrun games, the Baldur's Gate games, stuff like that, then. Those are definitely good games. I think I just didn't have the patience for them, just because they're good. They're just very slow. Cramped area. Bye. I think I've ripped my gum. I don't like that very much. Oh, you can see me if I go that way. Kind of similar to D&D. Okay, so yeah, it's probably like Divinity and those kinds of games then, where you've got like action order and stuff like that. This is just going straight into their camp. There better be something good here. Okay, move. Ooh, he's got a bonker. I see that thing. I want your weapon. Hello. One friend down. See, I want your weapon. I want the bonker. No. Bonk. You're not gonna give me your bunker, and I can't grab it. Eh. Very companion heavy, too. Okay. So it's kind of just like taking one of those games and making it single player then. I do know of those. Not inherently a bad thing. Let's see, there's a guard there. And I'm noticing a wolf here. Which isn't good. Can I backstab a wolf? No. But I can just beat it. Also, is that the spear guy coming to check on that? Yep. Aha! You don't see me, now do ya? Nice. We're sneaky. We've got chainmail and a club, and apparently we're the sneakiest thing in this camp. There's a wolf, too. Really? I don't want to do a wolf and a guy. Hi, wolf. Hell, you don't want to come after me. Oh, there we go. Wonder if I can smack you somehow. Hey, there we go. There we go. Wolf down. Now, oh, you actually know where you are? Apparently you do. Huh. Hi. Can I get your weapon? I would love that. Bonk, 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 bonk. They really don't want to give me that hammer. I don't usually play Souls-like because the majority of them don't have spellcasting, which wouldn't be... Ow! Oh, wait, wouldn't be Soul-like otherwise. Fair. This game, I have noticed so far, does have spellcasting in it. It might not be exactly what you would think of normally, but you can kind of allocate your potions to health or mana. So I'm assuming there's some way for you to start casting magic if you wanted to. There are two over there. Is that already just gonna suck? Can I go into your crypt real quick? Steal stuff? No enemy ahead? Gotta be an enemy ahead. That'd just be silly. Something incredible ahead? This is gonna be my first instance of a mimic. Necessary item ahead. Well, these don't have chains on them. So I guess I kind of just need to go for it. Skills. With a whetstone knife, you can use Ashes of War to grant your armaments new skills at Sites of Grace. An armament can only have one skill. Any skill it had before will be removed. An armament's type determines what skills it can have. Some special armaments have unique skills that can't be granted new ones. Fair. Adding affinities. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just got that. You can alert an armament's attack affinity, boost tribute scaling, and all that. Storm Stomp, and Whetstone Knife. Okay. I guess that just gives us a new skill that we can apply to our club, I guess? I'm assuming it's tied to the club. But good to have. Oh, you're a big boy. You're a very big boy. How am I going to deal with you? I want to feel like I want to deal with him first. He seems like less of a problem. Because that guy's just in supremely heavy gear. This guy, however, is not. Oh, he's got a trumpet, too. Look at you. Part of the band. Okay. Apparently you were around. Good to know. I think I'm gonna alert the other guy fairly quickly. Goodbye to you. Wow, I didn't alert him? That guy does not care about his troops at all. Oh, no, he does. Let's see. Oh. Alright, coming over here. Hey, nice. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Yep, figured that was gonna hurt. Can actually run decently well. I kind of want that spear. Oh. Okay, no, he can multi-stab. Okay, noted. Ooh, he does not take damage. Like at all. Ooh, this is bad. I need to, like, get away from him. Nope. Can I just trick the AI into leaving me the hell alone? Don't think I can. Bit of a prob. Damn it. He was literally about to stop chasing me, too. Oops. Eesh. Well, that's not good. We did get the required item from there, though. So I wonder if we need to murder him. No. We should get those souls back at the very least, though, because that's a lot that I just kind of left there. And if I recall correctly, I actually left them in a place I should... No. Alright, I need to deal with you first, don't I? Don't mind me. Oh, wow. Yeah, he just does not care. Forgot about you. Thank you, buddy, for making my life a lot easier. Oh. Why? Goodbye. Now, any of your friends gonna join you? Doesn't seem like it. And if I recall correctly, this is just gonna be like the middle of the camp, so... Gonna be a few guys here, including big old armored jerk. I'm gonna walk around the camp. We already kind of got what we needed from here. And I'm really hoping I just find a new weapon soon. I don't mind the club, but I kind of figured we would just get something different by now. Hello? Oh. All the golden threads are telling us to go there. I guess that's because that's a wisp thing. You an enemy I need to worry about? You are an enemy I need to worry about. Okay. You gonna come over here? Join me in this... Oh. That's probably not gonna work. Hello. Ow. Ow. Okay. I need combat options. Ow. Ow. Okay, don't die to the basic foot troop, Jude. That'll be embarrassing. Hello. Oh. Can't even get a decent hit out because the jerk's always got his shield up. Oh. do. Yeah, and the Grace is right there, so you can't even rest until I get rid of him. Oh. That really doesn't even break his poise. That is really annoying. Hello. Really? You, sir, are a jerk. Thank you. Not even nice enough to leave me anything. That's the kind of guy you just don't ask out on a date. Let's see here. What are you gonna do for me, Grace? Oh, this is actually a story event that resting at this one. Okay. Well, there's a mystery caller. Hello. That lady from
Greetings,
before. Hello.
traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina.
Welcome, Elena. What are you gonna do for us today? I'm imagining you're our firekeeper. Oh no, you're gonna take your hood off. Maybe you're not the firekeeper, you're actually showing us what kind of a person you are.
I offer you an accord.
Mm-hmm. I'm concerned that one of her eyes is sewn shut.
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens?
No.
They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished.
Okay. Fair.
But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
That'd be correct. I've been wandering this plane naked for a
I
while.
can play the role of maiden.
Oh. Yay. Cool. Don't have to wander around without
turning
guidance for too
runes
long.
into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring.
Okay, so we've at least got our level up guide. That's good.
You need only take me with you
Okay.
to the foot of the Erd Tree.
The Erd Tree, you say? Oh, you can actively decline that.
Then it's settled.
That seems fine. You're
Summon
missing
me
an eye.
by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter.
Mm-hmm.
I bequeath to you this ring.
The Spectral Steed Whistle.
Use it to traverse great distances.
A horse tends to help,
It will
yeah.
summon a spectral steed named Torrent.
You get your little horse friend.
Torrent has chosen you.
Cool. Is that because he sniffed us earlier?
Treat him with respect.
I mean, I'll try.
Shall I turn your runes to strength?
Please.
Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment. Share them with me.
We're gonna have to censor
Your
that.
thoughts,
We're not allowed to hold
Your
hands.
ambitions. The
Okay.
principles
So
you
that
would
does
follow.
highlight everything. So that just confirms that our current weapon does not scale off of dex whatsoever. Let's see here. We can only level up once. Holy. We have not collected a crap ton of runes. Especially since we're starting at level 1. Jesus. Well, we should get dexterity up a little bit, technically. Just so that way we can use any future weapons. But strength is probably fine for now. But wow, that takes a lot to level up. Okay. Sure. Ashes of War. Ashes of War to grant skills and affinities to armaments. Armaments only have one skill. Any skill it previously had will be lost. So we'd lose the rage buff on the club if we do that. Oh. Yeah, Barbaric Roar would be replaced with Storm Stomp, which costs less, but that does make the weapon weaker, as well as giving it dex scaling. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm fine with that. And I guess she just disappears. Okay. Use the Spectral Steed Whistle to summon and ride your Spectral Steed. If your Spectral Steed dies, you can summon it again, but it will cost 1 flask of Crimson Tears to do so. You can dismount using the whistle again, or by pressing L. I'm assuming the Spectral Steed Whistle... from the pouch in the main menu, you can equip 6 items to your pouches. 4 of the items can be used without opening the main menu. Okay. That's not too bad. Good little quick select in case you ever need it. And I guess then, considering we're here, yeah, it kind of just wants us to go through here, so... I guess let's see what's in the storm gate. Hello. Likely giant. Oh. That's a good sign. I've got a stick. At least I can see it now. Also, that guy's being an asshole. There's a giant here, and you're worrying about me? This guy just hopped off the cliff. Oh, God. Oh, God, he's got AoE. Noted. And I don't do much damage. That guy's being a jerk. Can I just get around him and go deal with the guy shooting arrows at me? Because that's just annoying. Oh, there's 2. Good. Oh, he's right behind me. There we go. He dropped something, too. If that's a weapon, I'm going to be quite salty. But I guess a giant is just helping out humans, which is a little bit weird. I don't think I've seen that before. It means our souls are going to be all the way up there. Wonder if I can avoid him somehow. Or is he just always going to detect our presence? Because we just have to walk up basically an open road. Ow. Getting me? Okay. Kind of impossible to sneak, apparently. Stealth. Ugh. Okay, we're at least not going to get hit here. But this seems a little bit hard with a stick. I'm going to explore this way. Because I feel like it. Also, hello, sir. Bonk. You were kind of an annoyance last time, so I'm just not even going to bother. Really? You, sir, are mean. Give me that. Let's see here. What else is around? Got Big Armored Jerk over there, which we can't really do too much damage to at the moment. Not without sneak attacking him. And even that's something I'm only going to do a quarter. Oh. Oh, well. That didn't last long. Okie doke. Let's see what he does. Or does he just give up? Oh no, he's still there. Okay. Wasn't that a fortunate pattern for me? It gives me plenty of time to just backstab you and ditch your body in a bush. Let's see here. What about you? What is your game plan? Also, it's the middle of the day, sir. Why do you have a torch? Wonder if that counts as hiding. I guess apparently it counts as hiding. Because he seems pretty oblivious to the fact that I'm here. Okay. Thank you, sir. And bonk. At least the Church of Bonk is getting a lot of new members. Then you're guarding this cart. Not for long. Bonk. Goodbye. And by goodbye, I mean Another bonk? Good enough. Wonder, can I get anything from you? Apparently I can. Hey, that looks like a fun bonk weapon. Hold up. Can't use that either. Because I need 18 dex for it. Oh god. That is a bonk weapon, though. So I guess I need to find a way to get enough dex for that. And considering how slow it is to get souls, that might be a bit awkward. Also, I'm realizing I kind of just bypassed that other cart. There might have been a chest on that. 1 second. I'm also realizing I do have the 3 soul items on hand. That might be able to give me a little bit more funding, but even then, it's going to require like thousands of souls. I think. Lord Sworn's Greatsword. Huh. We can use that? No, we can't. But I can use it two-handed. Huh. Okay. Well, it's better than the club. And with the way we're going to be wielding it, it's basically just going to be a bonk weapon, so sure. We'll use this until we can grab the flail. That's fine. I also still like that we don't have pants. I feel like it's going to be a while before I can get pants on hand. But we'll come to that bridge eventually. I'm sure we'll find pants at some point. Also, the Lord Knight here is going to be annoying, so I'm just not going to deal with you. Let's see then. Good thing I actually checked that. Kind of just completely bypassed the fact that those things had chests in them. Let's see then. What can we do? There's another grace there. Jesus, they have these graces just scattered about everywhere. It's not a bad thing, but it's definitely weird to just have so many of them around. Thank you. Okay. Nothing on the open road? Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much on the open road. What's here? Inventory. Item. How do I equip those? The ring. That's it. How do I equip that? Oot. Let's see. No, keep that on. And I do need to do that. Because having the horse on quick select would be nice. Oh, don't discard. No, that's not it either. I swear, some of these buttons just don't make sense to a tired mind. Equipment. Switch view, that's not what I need. Also not what I need. So weird. That button. There we go. And then we get stamp with an upward cut. Kind of forgot these things had skills on them. I'll have to keep that in mind. Oh well, let's just see what's up and around here. Might actually be semi-decent with fighting the Tree Guardian as well, and I'm thinking on it. Plop. See that. And I see some guys over here. Specifically the wandering zombies, actually. They're not quite as big of a problem. Hello. Don't suppose I can poke you guys. Apparently I can. Oi. Do 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 do. That just feels mean. Works though. Hey, cool, we get our stuff back from killing them. That's handy. Not much specifically around for me to go to, though. Well, let's just see what's around then. I think we've got a camp up here. Well, something magical. Not sure what yet, though. Unless that just means that we're close to the tree, and that's what's making it. Or that. Hello, sir. That's satisfying. Whop. Definitely liking the range of this so far. It's actually quite handy. Hey, look, we finally got a coat. Is that better than what we're wearing? Probably not, but... Oh, actually, it's better versus blunt stuff. And magic stuff. There we go, now we're looking styling. Oh god! Hi. Random samurai bro? Nope. I feel like fighting him with a horse would be easier, but... Oh, that works. Ooh, that's satisfying. Cool, we beat our first horseback enemy. Didn't get anything fancy for it. There is a horse, though, which is probably not going to listen to us because I was murdering it not too long ago. Maybe just... That works. Yeah, sliver of meat. And I figured there was some purpose to the horse still being around, so good to know. Oh, hey, you dropped something too. Just stone. Oh. Oh, it's a dung beetle. Ash of War Determination. Cool, they got the Undertale reference in here. I'm glad this indie game was able to get a little bit of an Undertale reference in. And the birds I'm probably not going to be able to hit, but that's expected. Hello, birds. Nope. You're going to have to get like a bow or something for them, because I really doubt there's any way I'm going to be able to smack them with a melee attack. Well, let's see here. What else is good for this bridge? Village remains. Offer tarnished butthole. Oh boy. I think people are going to have a little bit too much fun with the butthole. Or you can jump, Jude. Also, you're all alone. Isn't that a shame? Oh, materials? Smoldering butterfly. Okay, so those are pickups. Okay. I'm fine with that. Let's see. What else is around? There's the kangaroo rats. Hello. God, that hurts. See then. You're just a guy on a horse. That's also a guy on a horse. Means I'm gonna have to fight him in a second. Hello. Can I do that? Apparently I can. Okay. Do-do-do. No, that's not gonna work. That works. Nope. I'm gonna have to get used to this combat. Nope. Well, there goes the horse. Or me, specifically. Okay. The horse might also have died, but... Probably easier to just fight guys off of the horse, since I'm used to ground combat. We'll kind of just have to deal with the whole Sekiro problem. Oh. All of our stuff is going to be all the way over yonder. Actually not that bad now that I'm thinking on it. We just gotta deal with a couple guys with horses. Which I'm noticing you can't backstab a horse. Which feels wrong, but what can you do? Oh, that was a swing and a miss. There we go. And then you, sir. Much better. So yeah, I guess if the horse can die first, then things are a little bit easier, but definitely still a problem. Let's see here. I believe I need to go across a bridge first, and then I can get my stuff back. Yeah, there's this. There should be a guy around here that I'm just not seeing. No? No guy? Unless this is not the right area for the bridge. Yeah, it's over there. Gotta deal with that guy on the horse first. Then we can get my stuff back. I really need shoes. It's actually getting just worse and worse by the second. Oh, bird. Don't got to worry about the burbs just yet. Let's see then. Should be a guy chilling here. Hello. Oh, no, he's got friends that can just see me immediately. Move. Ooh. Did not realize they would die to just one charged power attack. Hey, we finally got their coat. Hold on. That's better versus all the physical stuff. Cool, now we look like them. Much better. I'm sure that means that this guy won't attack us now. Especially now that I realize that a power attack takes too long to actually charge up, so... I'm just gonna do that. Oh. That didn't work. Hello, sir. You also seem tankier. Nope. Apparently not that tanky. Zap. Goodbye, buddy. Pleasure doing business with you. And I'm glad your friend here didn't notice a horse just screaming for its life. That makes my life a little bit easier in the end. Hello. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, you dropped stuff. Hey, his shield. Cool. Now we've got their big sword, their coats, and their shield, so that's always cool. So, where for my stuff? Let's see. That's a lot of guards. Kinda don't want to have to deal with that just to get my stuff back. But good question, actually. Where is it? Oh. Right, there was this guy on the horse that I decided to try and fight on my horse and just failed horribly. Good to know that a squadron of knights is around here too, then. Gonna make life harder. Let's see, where's the horse at? Horse is pretty far. Although he is running. Doesn't seem to notice it, at least. That's good. What? There we go. And stab. Goodbye, sir. Ooh. Hey, we finally got pants. Not crafting equipment. Pants. Put on pants. Still seem to have the same dodge, too. That's good. And we've got a legion of undead. I think that's about it. Yeah, just a legion of undead. Okay. With what looks like a unique one, actually. Whop. Goodbye. Let's see. Roas and herbs, roas and herbs. And more roas and herbs. Cool. We're at least getting a little bit of food together, so that's always a good thing. Let's see here. I'm definitely going supremely far away from whatever goal I'm supposed to be doing right now. But I'm at least having fun wandering around. Gonna need to figure out what to do with all of the ruin fragments as well, but... Oh. There we go. More runes, I'll take it. Also... Yeah. Maybe don't go off a cliff. That might help us out a little bit. The only real problem with the horse is just the fact that... Well, A, we can't really dodge with it, we can only run with it. But the fact that I just can't really sneak up on things if I'm on a horse, I'm gonna have to dismount it to do that. But that's okay. We'll just be careful. And we can do stuff like that. Well, goodbye. More free ruin fragments. And more row fruit. Okay. Definitely weird that they're all just kind of digging out the ruins. Feels like something you wouldn't normally have to worry about, but... Do-do-do. Sheep. I like the fact that the sheep can dodge roll. They're trying. Let's see here. Oh, beast liver. That's new. Do-do-do. Much better. Let's see. More sheeps over there. Which I guess we can deal with, because there's nothing really over here right now. Pop. Let's see. Oh, there's a grace here. Lovely. It's been a while since I've actually seen one. And may as well rest here. It's been a bit. He does kind of just come to any of them. Okay. And I do have a few now. Well, I've noticed that we need dexterity for the flail, so I'm just going to put that up. Leave. Dexterity can kind of help you out with a lot of things anyway, so it's fine. Let's see. What's around us? We got some deer. Yeah, thin beast bone. Makes sense. I think we're going into some fog. That could be a problem. Or a benefit. That looks like a wild boar. I'm assuming you'll attack. Or not. Hefty beast bone. Okay. Good to get the distinction going. And... deer. Thank you, deer. Now let's see here. What else do we got? Looks like just a lot of wildlife so far. Hey, horse. I'm assuming I can technically do this, right? There we go. There we go. Hey, that's the teardrops. Okay. There are both crimson and cerulean teardrop scarabs. Defeat them to replenish the flasks that match their type. However, you can't replenish more. Oh. Those are different. Those just replenish what you have, not the permanent upgrade. Okay. Oh, you can collect from horse. Okay, so there's a reason to do that then. Alright, piggy. Gonna get you eventually. There we go. Ow. Alright, piggy. Don't hurt the horse too much. Horse, he can only take so much. And I don't think I can see his health. At least I don't think I can. There we go. Oh, we got gold poop from the boars. Plop. Thank you, piggy. Bit of ruins over here. Why don't I go check that out? So it's actually around. There's a grace over here. The Third Church of Marika. Okay. That button. Okay. Sometimes forget these things. But, looks like this place is important, especially considering the statue and all. Nothing special, though. Let's see. Level up. Haven't really gotten many souls, because all we've been doing is killing animals. That's okay. What do we got here? Flask of Wondrous Psyche. You can find crystal tears at the bases of minor erd trees and everywhere throughout the land between. At sites of grace, you can mix 2 crystal tears in the Flask of Wondrous Psyche. This will allow you to create elixirs with various custom effects. Okay. Interesting. And I'm assuming there's something here. Item. Sacred Tear. Okay. Well, we know we need a Sacred Tear for upgrading the amount of flasks, I think is the tier. Don't quite remember offhand. Oh, what's around here? We got a beach. Actually looks like a pretty decent fighting arena too, so we're gonna have to fight like a giant enemy crab here. Doesn't seem like it. Although good to know that the horse can break just miscellaneous things. So you don't have to like hit it with this weapon. Or hit it with your weapon rather. Gonna take a hint that I probably can't swim though. And this isn't Pokemon, so we don't have Basculegion. But probably nothing to worry about for the moment, other than just keeping an eye on where the shore actually is, so you don't drown. But at the very least, our horsey's at least gonna be comfy with it. Oh, wait. You know, I was half kidding about the giant enemy crab thing. But hi, giant enemy crab. How are you doing? Is that a smaller version behind you? That is, Yay, the big crabs are back. And he's being very cautious with me kind of just putzing about, too. And he can see me. Okay. What else you got? I'm assuming... Yeah, I figured some kind of a water shot. Oh boy. Being on top of that rock might be good for me, might not. I'm not sure. Although 3 hits did get him down to half, so that's pretty good. Oh, that's a whiff. I need you to get away from that rock. Yeah, that's expected. Over here. Oh, actually killed something else for me. What did he actually kill? Huh. Crab eggs, okay. Oh, he killed one of his babies. Well, that feels rude. How can you do that to one of your children? That's my job. I do wonder if the crabs actually drop anything specific. Not sure if they do. Especially considering they seem to just be everywhere. Hello. Time for crab. Yeah, it is time for crab. Need that. Much better. Let's see here. Assuming it's just giant enemy crab, and then that's about it for the beach. Oh, no, looks like there's some... Oh, there's another giant enemy crab. With an item back there, too. And a lot of small crabs. I wonder if I can get you to kill your babies. That would help out a lot. Oh. One more. There we go. Then a strip of white flesh. That is not what I was expecting to collect from there. More crab eggs. I'm down for it. I'm sure crab eggs will be useful in something. Swap. And swap. Let's see. They're not dropping anything either. Okay. Guess then let's just get back on the horse. We've got 2 giant enemy crabs on the beach. That's fair. They're not too hard at least, but I guess they're just more a thematic thing anyways, so nothing gained, nothing lost. Should probably check where I am. There is zoom out. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm going way off the beaten path right now. That's a bit of a whoops. I arguably should just be going down there just to check stuff, but do they really want me to go through there? That was a really awkward area to get through first time in... I'm gonna go down here. I want to adventure down south. Just to see what we can do. Because now that at least we're out of the crypt, we can kind of just go wherever. Let's see. There we go. Wonder if that shows. That does show. Lovely. What do we got over here? Horse. Looks like we can get down by kind of skyriming our way down these rocks. Oh, those aren't the birds. Normal birds, at least. Those look like bats. That they are. Okay, good to know. Hi, bats. With random sonic attacks. Hopefully I didn't hurt the horse friends too much. That was a bit of a whoops on my half. Didn't really know what they do. Oh, goody. That's a launched attack. Ow. Come on. One more. Oh, the dragonflies are back, too. There we go. Alright, bat's done. Come on. Game, you're stuttering on me a little bit. I'm not liking that. Let's see here. Oh, this is also wielding it while one-handed because we're on the horse. Okay. That's fine. That looks like a grave almost. Who are you? Seek God? Okay, good. I can't knock it down for instant death. Oh, bat. Hi. Goodbye. You're a little bit easier to dodge. Oops. Get up. Alright then, we're in bat country now, so I guess let's just see what we can do. Hello. With high enough reach, anything is possible. That's always good. Hello. Oh. Good to know you're a jerk. Also good to know you don't seem to drop much. Is there another thing over here? There is. Just 2 new bats. Well, welcome to the party, friends. It's the middle of the day. Oh. Goodbye. Is that more? Oh, it's a rune. Okay. Let's see here. Anything over here for us to explore? Those are birds. Don't care too much about birds. Okay, that's not the run button. Nope, random skull. That does look like a tower, though. Let's just take a peek. With... Oh, those are alive. That's worrying. Can you not be alive? Thank you. Land octopus ovary. Oh, that's not a comfortable thought. And you probably just jumped. Death ahead. Yeah. And that's just a pillar. Nothing I can do about that. It's a pillar. I can't just knock it over with my sword. We're not in an anime. Also, is that 4 soldiers? This is like undead soldiers. Yeah, undead soldiers. I think they saw me. Looks like they've also got bonk sticks. There we go. Oh, they don't die to one sword hit. Okay. Hello, sir. Now I wonder... Oh, nope, can't get away with that. Noted. Okay, cool. So there are undead soldiers around here. Hey, cool. Glowstone. Always needed to make a lantern. Thank you. Also, why are there so many mobs over here? Is there just a fight between the knights and the undead? Huh. Well, it's good to know that you can kind of just lean them into each other, and then they'll kind of just take care of itself. Or they'll kind of just take care of their own problems. At least I think it will. They're kind of taking a while to do it. No, this guy's just watching. They don't really seem to be doing damage to each other. Oh, you dropped something. Nope. That's a no. Jesus, what the heck is with your aiming, Studium? No. Noted. Multiple items at least, so that's good. Yoink. Goodbye, sir. That. Ooh, a falchion. And more of the smithing stones. So they do damage to each other, just not a ton. Swap. Oh well, that solves the problem quickly. Hello. How you doing? It looks like there's only a couple more left of this little tussle. And they're kind of more worried about each other than they're worried about me, so... Goodbye. And that's just for overkill, if we can. Also for overkill, if we can. Let's see, Rainbow Stone, the helmet. Cool. That works. How's our map looking? We're still a ways off from our mark. I guess I really did chuck that out into the middle of nowhere just to see what was around. Let's see here. Hello. Oh, there's a grace out here. Lovely. I've not had one in a bit, so having a quick warp out to here would actually help a lot. Hello. And may as well just refresh on what we get. We have a lot of souls? We do have a lot of souls. And apparently we just need strength for the great sword, I'm assuming. Was that 18? Equipment. 16. Okay, that's actually not that bad. Level up. Gives us a couple levels there. Is that a player? No, that's an enemy. Weird that I can just see him from the camp, but okay. Just random dude on horse. They're definitely everywhere. There's people there. He goes a ways out, so we can get away with this. Doop 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 doop. Pop. Lovely. Now you are the problem. I don't think I can hide from this. Oh, I can. Wow. How did he not see me? Hi, sir. Sir, how are you at fighting a guy on the ground? Whop. There goes the horse. And there goes the driver. Oh. Well, hey there, Jason.
Thanks to Solace55 for my sub gift.
Welcome, welcome, Jason. And thank you again to Solace for freezing him in the freezer for another month. How goes things so far, Jason? You enjoying the night so far? I'm kind of just having some fun screwing around in this right now, so... I don't think I'm following the path I'm supposed to at the moment. But I don't think it matters. I guess out of curiosity, did you end up grabbing this as well? I think I saw on Steam that you were one of the people who wanted to at least try this. Oh, that's a big old whiff. Nope. Also realizing, oh, really? I can fail the backstabs. That's good to know. I wanted it, but I think I'll wait. You've got a lot to play. Fair. Honestly, fair. Sprint spring jumping? Jump on horseback near this to ride... Oh. Huh. That's interesting. I'm also bad at souls. I mean, fair. No one's realistically the best at souls until you get into, like, the hardcore PvP scene anyways. So you're not exactly missing out on much, Jason. But you can at least have some fun watching people play. Because the worlds of Dark Souls are always good. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I didn't think it'd be that big of a jump, but good to know. Whew, okay. Now we're just all the way up here now. What the hell do we do? Ooh, hold up. Something up here? That looks important. Hold up. Also, admittedly, this game's a bit... Ooh. That's new. This is a Starlight Shard. Used to gradually recover FP. Okay, so it's like a mana recovery. Nice. Yeah, this game's a little bit different from traditional Souls, at least, just because the map is a lot bigger. And I'm still yet to figure out if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If I was to get into Souls, this would be the one. Yeah, this seems like a good one to get into. Whop. Screw you. Oh, that's nice. Now, I'm assuming there's one more. Why don't we be sneaky? Because so far this game is running well. I'm assuming if I wasn't streaming it, I'd be able to do a little bit better at it. There we go. I really want that hammer, though. Ow. What? What cast that at me? Smack. Smack. Oh, there's knights here too. Okay, that would make sense. Hold up. Oh god. Oh, hi. I want your hammer, sir. Please give that to me. Also, I hate whoever's casting the magic at me. Oh god, I'm almost dead. Okay. Heal. That's a bad place to stand. That's an awful place to stand, dude. There we go. One more adversary down. Ah, that's who's casting the arrows at me. Okay. You're just a jerk. No. I got decently lucky and have been able to grab a slightly better weapon than what we started with. I believe it's just a longsword, but we're not super strong, so we kind of need to dual class with it. And what class did I start with? I started with the stick. So, the Scourge? Whatever the word is. Basically the one that starts at level 1. Because I wasn't sure what I wanted to build in this game. Ow. Okay, he's on the ground with me now. Oh no, he's right there. Oh nice, I ducked that one. Makes life a little bit easier. Oh no, there's 2 of them. That's good. Heal. Okay. Yeah, we started out naked with a stick. That's how our journey started. And so far it's going well. Ow. Hey, we found him. Hey, buddy. You feel like not being a jerk face? You don't know you can cliff snipe with magic, though. God, how do I get up to you? There. Okay. Just gonna say nope to that. Gonna say nope to all of those, if at all possible. Let's see. Here we go. But I know, since we started off with the basic class, most of our stats were just kind of averaged out to 10, so we're not, like, super good at using anything yet. Boy, I need to go higher. So, with this sword, I think this is mainly supposed to be a one-handed sword, but we're wielding it two-handed. For the moment, at least. Oh boy, how do I get up top there? That's an awkward one. I can't climb that. Unless there's just a ladder here that I'm blind to. No, he just is invincible up there. Oh. There's a guy who dismounted his horse for us. Isn't that nice? Oh no, they all just respawned. I guess because the time of day changed. That's fine. I really want your hammer, sir. Can you give that to me? Bop. And... ow. How do I get to you? I really just need to find a way to get to him. He has so far been the most annoying thing in this. I'm gonna have to run and jump. Okay. Gotta get on my horse. Please. Then we need to do this. Oh. We were close. That has to be what you need to do. Hold on. I'm killing that guy because he's just a jerk. Well, yeah, a little bit of a choke. We'll work on it though. I'm still getting used to the actual mechanics of this game, so having a horse is admittedly just weird. Give me that. Oh god. Nope. Not letting you... Did he seriously just block my jump with an arrow, a spell arrow. Oh, that is just not gonna fly. This is exactly why we're trying to get off him. You kidding me? Dude. I've got a sword. I can't exactly kind of stop him from putting out pot shots. Oh, come on. Do I seriously just need to do it from that? It has to be from, like, the tip of there, so I have to somehow dodge the arrow to get to the very tip of the rock? Nope. Horse does not go super wide. Noted. Sidestep it? I wish I could sidestep it. The horse sadly does not like sidestepping very much. Nope. There we go. Got it. Oh god. You can go screw yourself. Hey, Royal House Scroll. That's new. I don't know what it does. Watch out for number 2. Oh, number 2 is not there. See? He's already gone. What exactly did I pick up? Okay. Give to a learned sorcerer to acquire new sorceries. Okay. I guess I need to find a sorcerer then, at some point, that we can learn some magics. Although you are kind of right, I probably should heal. We got the one left though, that's a problem. Down we go. So we haven't found anything super glorious here yet, but let's just see what's around. We've got, I think, just a guy. There's a solo guy and then a guy on a horse. That's not too bad. Oh, yeah, there it is. Ow. Okay, right, they can just guard and attack back. And there's the barb. And there's the other guy. We are so boned. Okay, nope. Give me the horse real quick. Oh god. That's an awful placement. I would heal if I could, Jason. I don't have any more of my pots left. Open. Hey, sword. Nice. Leaving. And whop. Just gonna bug him. Get him out of the way. And a flag bearer, look at that. It'd be a shame if I were to... Oh, you're actually defensive. This is just nice. Hi, sir. Okay, nope. You're actually hitting me from the right side. Oh god, you have spell casting. That's a no. There's one. There's the other one. Ow. There we go. How's the mounted combat feel? The mounted combat feels admittedly a touch weird so far, but that's okay. One of the main things that we need to do is just kind of learn how it works, more so than anything. Let's see. Get my horse back. Because we're actually decently close to where we need to be to grab that again. And we got the sword from there already, so we're basically pretty good already. So I'm just going to go grab my money back. Because Denny's did not want to give me a proper breakfast. There we go. There, see? We're good to go. Doesn't take much. Hello. Oh, because horse. Oh, there's a caster. Ow. Don't like any of that nonsense. Really? What the hell is hitting me? that me dead again? Okay, that is me dead again. That's fair. So far, I'm not like a huge fan of mounted combat. It's very loose just because you're on the horse the entire time. And obviously, like, a horse doesn't exactly turn on a dime, so I kind of prefer the ground combat more out of just personal bias, but only so much you can do. Give me that. Why do you just get to stick your torch out? That's just awkward. But something cool you can do with the horse. If I actually got it. No. Whop, 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 whop. Yeah, because just look how easy it was to actually just fight him on the while he was on the horse. He's going for a powerful attack. Ow. Hi, sir. Got him. See, that's why it's nicer to fight on the ground, just because you're used to ground combat for this. Going into horse combat just feels a little bit weird, just because you haven't had a chance to really do it yet. Let's see. Oh, right. Bonk. Let's see. Oh, hey, there's people here. Hello. Oh, that makes things quick. Beach bone and a lot of herbs. I'll take it. It looks like we're at a pretty big monument. My horse. Because we can probably just do this, in all honesty. Just a little bit easier. Whop. It's definitely nicer for all the little guys, though. I'll give it that much. Oh god, you're not a little guy. Hello. You're actually a big guy. Whop. It is kind of nice to bully guys on the ground, though. I'll give it that much. Whop. Got him. Because you can just do silly stuff like that, if you can at least get it going. But I find horse versus horse is a bit weird. Hello. You can go away. You can go away. You can go away. Does end up getting a wee bit silly, but that's fine. Is there anyone else over here? Got a lurk? All good there, Jason. Admittedly, with how late it's getting, we probably won't be alive for too much longer anyways. Just because I do have to work tomorrow, and admittedly staying up too much past midnight's not going to be too good for me. But we'll just see if I can get to the marker that I placed, and then past that... Hey. Angry rat. There we go. Hitting the smaller targets is definitely a little bit awkward. Woof. Hello, Woof. I love you, buddies, but... Oh god, big Woof. Alpha Woof. Oh god, I actually got a lot of health. Yoink. Jesus, you are a tanky boy. There we go. Really, didn't drop anything. Oh, we're not done. Okay, fair. Oh, do those just keep spawning? I don't just feel bad. Now I'm just bullying them. Ooh. There be stuff here. Lots of golden runes, and I'm assuming a curse somewhere. Really? None of them opened to try and kill me. Okay. I guess I can technically go down there, huh? Wonder if I should. Because what is this that I've bypassed? Is this just a stone statue? Or just part of a building that got blown over here? That's unique. That's something we need to kill. That looks... yeah, that's definitely something you need to kill. Oh, God, move, move, move. Okay, it's a spellcaster. Noted. Probably awkward getting close. Very awkward getting close. There we go. Got a couple hits in. Just got the little flowers to deal with now. That's a big old poison cloud. That's not good. I need to get you while you're casting your spell. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to get close. Wow, you keep that going for a while. You expecting to do anything with that? There we go. Nope, that's right on me. Wow, it does actually just focus it wherever you are at the time. That's not good. You're really going for the poison attack when I'm out here? Well, that's a problem. Especially with how close I can actually get. Dog? Yeah, try ranged battle. Ranged battle would definitely help here. Because you're kind of just sitting out here waiting for things to let you fight. Oh, there's the laser show. That hit her, guys? No, it'd make life too easy if it did, wouldn't it? Nope. And then you're gonna go for your poison. Great. Oops. Come on. Nope. You can go away. There we go. All the little flowers are done at least. Now I just need to wait for your poison to fade away. And... it's too bad that she can't get hit by her own spell. Otherwise, that would make things a little bit easier. Oh god, she's got a lot more health than I figured. Get out of that. I'm gonna have to go back and forth a few times then. Holy crap, that's a lot of health. Come on now. There we go. Then presumably after this, you're probably gonna go for... God. You can just soak up so much damage. Oh well. I think the best idea is just to get her to move her Starfall attack out here. Just so that way you can go in for the swings. Because otherwise you're not really going to be able to do too much. So as soon... I'm out here. What do you think that's doing? You seriously need me behind a wall? Because you just can't see me then? Nope, nope, that's close enough for that stack. Okay. Ma'am. Can you maybe stop stacking your poison? Can you actually turn her back? Nope. Kind of failed in my mission there. Whoops. Okay. Physical attack? Oh god, you're so close. There we go. Got it. And then anything good? Miranda powder. Do we need Miranda's powder? Another golden rune, okay. Anything good from the poison flower? Am I gonna be blind? Oh, yeah, summoning thing. Hello. Don't know if there's anything else hidden around here. At least now that she's gone, you can probably find something. Oh, hey, look, underground. Hello. Oh, there's a boss door here. Praise the danger. Okay. Wasn't really expecting a boss door. What's our... We're like 3,000. And there's an annoying plant monster here. I should probably check to see if the plant monster is going to respawn or not before we go in there. Because that just seems a little bit too dangerous with the amount of souls that we have on hand right now. Oh. Ow. Get out of that. Do we have a grace nearby? Can I not check it because there's flowers after me? Oh boy. Oh, yeah, it's actually giving me a direction. Okay. Doesn't look like we actually have one around right now. Do we want to try that? With 3,000 souls on hand? Not really. I would like to be able to use this longsword in one hand if we can. Maybe just put a waypoint there. And then we'll just go there. We'll come back, see if that big old plant monster is actually going to stay dead. Well, let's see if we can get our strength up a little. That we can actually use that in one hand. There we go. Let's see if we can get our bonk going. Here we go. Now we can use the sword in one hand. Cool. Which means I should be able to equip a shield. Or an offhand weapon. Which would be silly, but I kind of want to put on a shield. There. Now we can actually block. And we finally have a different roll. So now we're at fat territory. But that might be okay. We'll have to kind of just play it by ear and see. Because when in doubt, we could always just be naked again. Oh yeah, we have shield bash on. And there's giant enemy crabs by this one. Okay. Alright, ring. Give me my horse. Oh dear. I think I might have encountered a minor glitch. That's not good. Oh, and it just hit what? Okay. I jumped on my horse and I died for jumping on my horse. That's cool. Can I get my stuff back, please? I'm gonna grab that before trying to hop on the horse again, but what the hell happened there? I wonder if it's because I stayed still, but the horse went forward. That is weird. I don't even know what happened there. Let's see. I want to go this way. I don't even care about them. There we go. Hello, everybody. Ooh, chest. Like an actively moving thing. This is an actively moving thing. And they actually have hold over the giants. That's a problem. Don't like that very much. Oh boy, we've got spellcasters. Not a fan of that. Who's casting? Ah, you're the one casting. Well, screw you in particular. I'm gonna chop your ankle. Let's see here. How bad are we? We're still okay. Ow. Oh, okay. There goes us. Oh boy. Well, I'm glad we at least got that weird jumping glitch going. But I guess I missed in just a moving cart. It's actually kind of neat. I'm glad that those exist. I wonder if it'll still be there. Because I want to see if we can get back on. I don't want to see if I'd be able to actually deal with that. If not, I'm not 100% certain, but we'll see. Oh, it is still there. Means my souls are like right in the middle of all this nonsense, isn't it? Yep. That just means I have to stop 2 giants afterwards, too. Who's the caster? Nope. So dead. Jesus. You'd have to take out a mounted guy, a non-mounted guy, a lot of little undead boys, a caster, and then you either have to take out the giants or you can just loot it by going there. It doesn't even seem like you need it to... Doesn't even seem like you need to kind of off them to open the chest. Hold on. I'm curious. We should be able to get this. Maybe by getting the one guy off of his horse and the caster out of the way. And as long as we're careful, we should be able to maneuver around the other guys. There we go. Gets rid of a few of them at least. Ow. Ow. Oh. We dead? We're not dead yet. Huh. Although I can't see where the horse is. Hello. He can still cut through me. Okay. I guess it partially makes sense that I can't kind of beat him on foot most of the time. So the caster definitely needs to go down. That much is obvious. Oh, that's using that, Jude. Hold on. X, horse. Bit better. And I'm realizing the time, so it is getting a wee bit late. Well, I might wrap up soonish, just so that way I can get some sleep before work tomorrow in case anything super bad happens. But let's just see what we can do about this, because I'm a little bit curious about what is possibly in there. That failed tremendously, Jesus. Okay, so he can block me, but I can't block the other guy. I guess it requires a specific zone. Cool, horse is down. And he gets the finisher. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna take a little bit of practice then. Well, we'll be able to put some more time into this tomorrow. And admittedly, throat is kind of hurting. Or at least my gums are. Not really sure what's going on there. Why don't we just kind of wrap it up for now? Because I've had fun. And I'd say we got far enough for now. But I do want to thank everyone for stopping by at the very least. This will just give me a chance to kind of keep things flowing smoothly on the stream side of things, so don't mind it too much. But tomorrow we'll be playing a bit more of this, because I was admittedly not expecting the early release date to actually work. So we got a little bit of time in tonight, we'll get a little bit more in tomorrow. And we'll see how far that we can actually get into it. Just because it's a fun time. It's a Souls game. We've got a we've got a long sword now. I'm not even sure if that counts as a great sword. But definitely doing good work. So everyone and their grandmother is going to be playing Elden Ring. That's at least normal. Except for someone playing Stardew. Huh. I'll be damned. Let's see here. Yeah. May as well go poke Leah real quick. I don't think she's gonna end anytime soon, so that should be fine. Do-do-do. Yeah, that's not how that works, game. Nilo? Can you stop autofilling for me? You're breaking things. The fact that that took 3 tries is actually kind of sad. Oh well. Not much we can do about that. But once again, want to thank everyone for joining. Hopefully have a fantastic rest of your day. And for now, have a good time and enjoy the chill. Bye-bye.